Good evening and welcome to Carter Field here. TV 34 on hand tonight. A great ball game coming up as we get set for the North Half Championship tonight between the Vardaman Rams and the Durant Tigers. Bill Morgan joined along with Adam Gore, Don Brooks, Ken Johnson, William Morgan, proud to be here tonight at Carter Field. Adam, no stranger, you're no stranger to this field. You've seen some great games here this year. The Vardaman Rams come in tonight, we would think, slight underdogs, but they're going to play. That's why you play 4 quarters football. They got a good chance here tonight, looking for a great game.
Absolutely. I mean, you play 4 quarters football, the same thing Pelahatchie did against Mize. And Pelahatchie pulled the upset last week against Mize, so we'll have a new 1A champion this year. And they're saying whichever one comes out of this one is going to have a pretty good chance of running after it.
Durant really loaded, Don, as you and I talked with the coaches show, with a quarterback and a good running back. What's Vardaman going to have to do tonight to contain this offense and win the ball game?
Well, you know, Vardaman is used to the option offense. They played it the last 2 weeks against Calhoun City and Ware. So it's not going to be anything that they haven't seen, but they got to stop the big play. Durant has been a team that has made a lot of big runs, a lot of big plays this season to score. They've got to make them go on some long drives, try to frustrate Durant early, not let them get out to the lead because, you know, they haven't seen a close game this year, really. So I don't know how they'll respond if the game comes down to the wire.
Well, Adam, you know, Vardaman had to fight your way back at Ware under adversity, and then, of course, they had a tight game here with Calhoun City, so they really played through a couple of tough games and going to come in tonight and try to do the same thing against probably the biggest challenge they've had.
Absolutely. There's no doubt they didn't earn this ball game. As you said, they went without Horton in the Ware game, had to battle back from a 19-0 deficit at halftime. In the Calhoun City game, I guess you call it a TV7 Classic. You don't get even better than that. But, you know, it's been a long, tough road for Vardaman this year during the playoffs, and they well deserve to be here tonight.
Well, I know, Don, Coach Bray said most everybody healthy, ready to play tonight. We understood Horton was a little bit sick today, but hopefully you would think he'd almost have to be in this ball game.
Absolutely. Hopefully he was able to get some antibiotics and get ready at least enough to play tonight, because they're going to need him in the backfield in order to beat Durant tonight. And Bill, I don't know if I'm at South Panola, but I'm getting pumped up, ready to go tonight with this Rocky music.
Absolutely, all behind us. And I tell you what, Coach Mark Bray trying to advance for the first time ever in his career to the state championship. We'll have the whole game for you tonight. You stay with us here on TV7, TV 34 from Carter Field and Vardaman.
John Burt and the staff of Pryor Funeral Home would like to take this opportunity to express their best wishes to all the area high school football teams. We salute the coaching staffs, cheerleaders, football players, and fans. Calhoun County has the best. Pryor Funeral Home has served this area since 1919 with professional service because they care. You can depend on their staff to answer all your questions and concerns. Pryor Funeral Home on the square in Calhoun City. Sale, sale, sale. That is the word we all look for when we are shopping to save money. But there is one place where the prices stay the same and the sale and savings go on year-around. Kelwood Factory Outlet in Calhoun City. Kelwood Factory Outlet is your headquarters for all your family's clothing needs. Their ladies department features jeans, casual slacks, cashmere sweaters, wool blazers, wool jackets, dresses, and more. Men's jeans, dress, and casual slacks, dress shirts, flannel shirts, pullovers, denim barn coats, all-weather overcoats, infant and children's clothing. And to think, at savings you can't believe. They are just what the name says. Kelwood Factory Outlet, south of the square in Calhoun City.
You stay with us. We'll be back with the introduction of players and the national anthem and more from Vardaman from Carter Field. Voted Best Catfish Dinner Award in Chickasaw County and Best Dessert Award. It's no wonder people are driving miles to dine at the Fork and Hole restaurant in Pilan. All-you-can-eat seafood buffet, the largest in Chickasaw County. Try one of their steaks cooked to order. The Fork and Hole features live entertainment every Friday night. Book your Christmas, anniversary, or birthday party now. Large private party room to accommodate up to 300 people. Open Friday and Saturday, 5 to 9 p.m., the award-winning Fork It Hole restaurant. Look for the sign on Highway 8 between Vardaman and Houston. Do you know your Good Neighbor Pharmacy? If not, let me tell you about him. For over 17 years, he has been serving this area and his customers with all their health care needs. When you visit him or his staff, you will always receive friendly, courteous service. Your prescriptions are always at his fingertips because they are stored on computer. He is always there to answer any questions that might arise regarding your prescriptions. If you would like to know who your Good Neighbor Pharmacist is, it is none other than Andy Stepp of Step Saver Pharmacy. Go by and see Andy. Your health is his business. Step Saver Pharmacy, north of the Square in Bruce. Call 983-4011.
When you're hunting for a good deal, come see us at Grisani Rebel Motors.
Hunting for a great deal? Well, lock and load, because here we go. At Grisani Rebel Motors, get 0.0% interest on Buicks, Oldsmobiles, and Pontiacs, or $6,000 discounts on Suburban. Take aim at this one. Grisani offers $3,500 rebates on Chevy Blazers. Only at Grisani can you hunt down a great buy on a new car or truck. With these deals, it's easy to see that Grisani really does do things three times better. Sales, service, and savings. Grisani Rebel Motors, 1801 West Jackson Avenue, Oxford.
Play something I play
Next is Vardaman versus Durant, coming up on TV 7, TV 34, and our game of the week. Vardaman and Durant.
of thee I sing. Then where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's Pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's left gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets the bombs bursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back, everyone. Up top, Don Brooks, Adam Gore, as we get set for the North Half Championship in 1A here tonight. We're down to the final four. Winner of this game advances on next weekend to play either Puckett or Pelahatchie at 11 o'clock on Saturday. We're glad to be here. It's a cool night. The field is a little mushy, but two good football teams going to battle here in a rematch of last year's championship, a game in which Durant won it 41-0 down there on their home field before they lost in the state championship to Mize in overtime 14-13 last year.
All right, it's time.
Vardaman will kick off. Excuse me, Adam. Vardaman will kick off here to Durant to get it underway.
Oh, what I was about to say is we've had the same week that we had the whole week before last matchup, so this is basically a carbon copy. Hopefully it'll follow the same suit as last year, the home team coming out with the victory.
Okay, the much anticipated matchup here. Been excitement here in Calhoun County all week getting ready for this game. We've been looking forward to it as well, and a chance for the Rams with a victory tonight to go to the state championship for the first time ever. Here's a short angled kickoff. Going to be muffed along the 27-yard line and surrounded, and he's dropped to the ground at the 28-yard line. Only a 1-yard return on the play, so that is where the Tigers will start their opening drive at the 28-yard line. For the Tigers tonight, they're under head coach Danny Robertson, longtime Durant coach. And they'll have the quarterback, a senior, number 9, Jermaine Winters, starting out. And they'll run the double wing back set. They like to run the option. Wash goes in motion. Play action. Back to throw. He wants to go deep down the middle. Got a man wide open, but he overshot him. Pass that time was intended for Michael Thomas. And Thomas had beat the safety that time, but the pass was a little bit long, incomplete.
So, you know, Don, we talked about Durant liking to run the option. They come out early this time, I guess, trying to catch Vardaman off guard. You talked about it in the pregame. You know, they like the big plays and get the team's morale down early, and that time they go for it, but just couldn't cash in.
Absolutely, and trying to go deep right here, trying to get the big play right off the bat. Second down and 10. Man in motion once again. They run the option. It's going to be Winters on the keeper. He's got running room across the 40 to the 42. That's a Durant first down on a pickup of 14 on the play. And the Tigers have the first down that time. It looked like he wasn't sure whether or not to give it to the fullback or keep it, but Winters made the right decision that time and picked up 14 yards.
He also did a good job of holding on to that ball that time. It looked like he sort of bobbled it as soon as he made that decision. It sort of come out a little bit stronger than he expected, but that time he was able to just take control of it and just lower his head and pick up the first down.
No huddle offense here for Durant as they call the play at the line of scrimmage. Movement now this time, and let's see who this is going to be against. Vardaman jumped. We'll see if he was pulled off. And he wasn't. It's offsides against the Rams. So it'll be 1st and 5 here for Durant. Opening drive of the night.
From their own 47-yard line.
They're quickly back up to the line now. 1st and 5 from the 47. Wash goes in motion. This time it's going to be Winters again on the keeper. And Winters breaks a couple of tackles. He's into Vardaman territory. Still on his feet. And he has another first down at the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 on the play. And now Winters 2 carries for 24 yards. Already off to a good start.
Well, we saw that last week against Collin City. Antonio Campbell had a great game, able just to take it on the option, use the decision of taking him, keeping the ball and running with it.
This is a good-sized quarterback. He's about 6'3", 185 pounds. Man in motion again. Winters wants to throw. Throws it out in the flat. It's complete. Hit hard along the 37-yard line. Michael Thomas on the reception. And it'll be a gain of 6 on the play. Or actually, yeah, they're going to mark it around the 37. So we'll give him a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Well, right now the Tigers, Don, are just getting it done, slowly chipping away against this Vardaman defense.
Once again, no huddle. 2nd down. 4 yards to go. Winters under center from the 37. Tigers on the move. He runs the option again. He's going to tuck it inside, and I think he has another first down as Winters is down close to the 31-yard line, which will be enough to move the chains. Gain of 6 on the play. And so far tonight, it's been all Jermaine Winters. We heard a lot about him. He's a great athlete, and he's the key to the Durant offense. And so far tonight, 3 carries, 30 yards.
Absolutely, and whenever you say he's the key to the offense, you know, you can't just go keying on him automatically to get the quarterback position. As soon as you do that, you got to know Durant, you know, getting this far to the playoffs and having a successful season as they have to have other threats also.
Durant defeated Smithville last week, 34-16 to get to this game. Vardaman, of course, 7-0 win over the Wildcats at Calhoun City. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Winters wants to throw, looking to the left. Now throws back over the middle, incomplete, nobody there. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. He threw it into the middle of the field. Nobody was even close to it. 2nd down, 10 coming up here for Durant.
Look, they kept everybody in on protection that time to the quarterback and just ran one receiver out. And that time, Vardaman just fell 3 guys back into the secondary. You know, they did a good job last week in the secondary against Calhoun City, shutting down the long passes there. But that time, just shut down the option, the only option that Durant had.
They'll continue to line up in the same offense, double wing back set, and then probably send a man in motion, and they do. They run the option. Winters again on the keeper, has a little running room. He's hit by Mims and dropped at about the 24-yard line, but a pickup of 7 on the play. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 3 now for the Tigers. And, of course, this is probably 4-down territory in this position on the field.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 3, you got to think it's going to be 4-down territory either way, being this close in the field. But right now, Vardaman's just got to find some answers for this Durant offense as they're just, as we said, slowly moving the ball down the field and eating up a lot of clock.
I think you have to make him pitch the ball here, see what they can do. Take the quarterback away. He's the main running back, it looks like. Here he is, and this time they do a pretty good job, but a big, strong quarterback able to power his way close to the first down. I don't think he has it. It's going to be close right along the 21-yard line. It'll depend on the spot here. And it looks like they are going to bring out the chains to measure.
Official timeout for measurement.
So they'll bring out the chains here with 8:53 to go in the first quarter. Durant opened this drive at their own 28-yard line. And they mixed it up a little bit. 1 out of 3 passing for 6 yards, but it's been mostly Jermaine Winters. Winters has carried on all 5 attempts so far tonight for Durant in the 8 plays that they've run. And it is a first down. So Winters, with a gain of 3, keeps the chains moving. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line here for the Tigers. We'll call it the 20. Ball, nose of the football right on the 20. So 1st and 10 at the 20 here for Durant. Man in motion once again. They run the option. This time the fullback straight ahead. He bounces off a tackler and heads down close to another first down. That was big number 48, the fullback that time for Durant. And that was Kendall Simmons, senior 210-pounder. He's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2.
That's a big fullback they got there. That's got to be a convenience to have in the backfield along with your quarterback being a running quarterback.
Once again, it's going to be Winters on the keeper, and I don't know if he had it or not. It's going to be close. He might have gotten forward progress to the 10.
Winters on the keeper.
Which he only has to have the nose of the football on the 10 in order for it to be a first down. We'll see here. You know, Adam, you remember last year they had a big guy, big Baron Roundtree, who was a hard-nosed running back as well. One of the top players in the state last year for Durant.
Absolutely. You know, Don, you got to think the way the quarterback's just leaving that ball in there so long, you got to think later in the ball game with the field being as wet as it is, we could possibly see a couple of footballs pop loose. That would pop loose after the officials had called the play dead.
3rd and 1. They come out of the power I. They give it to Wash for the first time tonight. Wash has the first down and more as he is down close to the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play, and now it'll be 1st and goal to go for Durant.
Tony Wash for ball carrier, stopped by Caleb Tedder.
Tony Wash on the carry, a junior. Pickup of 6 on the play. 1st and goal at the 5.
For the Tigers from the Ram 5-yard line.
Durant just taking it right down the field here on the opening drive. They give to the fullback up the middle, and he dives for the end zone, and he's in there. Touchdown Tigers. Number 3 that time, Jermaine James on the carry to put Durant on the board here on the opening drive of the night.
Number 3, Jermaine James.
Don, nothing fancy about that one. You said it best. They just took and drove that one down the field, no doubt about it. And just kept it up the middle and just kept that running game and just ran over to Vardaman that time.
So a 5-yard touchdown run for James has put the Tigers on the board. It's 6-0. And now a big lineman's going to kick the extra point, number 78, Joseph Humphrey. And he didn't even get that one close. And he hit a line drive off to the left, no good. So Durant sits, Vardaman nothing. 7:21 remaining in the first quarter. Now we're going to take it down to Bill Morgan on the sidelines.
Durant coming out striking early 10, driving down the field. A great offensive drive by Durant. They had to pick up several first downs, scoring to draw first blood here.
They really did. They picked up 5 first downs on a methodical drive, 9 rushing, 3 passing, moved the ball on the own 27-yard line, so a 73-yard drive, and it made it look pretty easy.
Missed the extra point. 6-0. Durant on top here early in the game. Back to Moore.
And the Vardaman football game being brought to you by Tim Edmondson Farms, Highway 8 East in Vardaman. Also by Vardaman Farmers Gin Incorporated, Howard Morgan, Joe Edmondson, Carter Edmondson, Melissa Edmondson, Go Trent, and Cody. By Gary Peanut Farms Incorporated, Growers, Packers, Shippers, Quality Sweet Potatoes. By N&W Farms, Randall Wright and Larry Nelson. Winter's Package Snack, Ravis and Catherine Winter owners. Also by Ward Shortstop, David Ward. Mounts Supermarket, Jeff Mounts, the owner there in Vardaman. Also brought to you by H&H Insulation, Bobby High and Kenny Hamilton. By Landreth Farms, Ben or Andy Landreth. Also brought to you by Dugard & Son Construction, metal buildings to suit your needs. Martha Martin, Chancery Clerk of Calhoun County. CC Farms since 1946, Stephen and Danny Bailey. James Winter of Winter Insurance and Associates, representing over 20 different companies and giving you more options. By Pryor Funeral Home in Calhoun City, John Burton staff. By Houston Truck Center, Joe and Clarence Blaylock, owners in Houston. Also brought to you by Adams and Mahan Spanish Mustangs, John Adams, Charles and Lisa Mahan. And by
We're back as Durant kicking it off now. The short kick, angled to the far sideline, fielded at the 21 by Shaw. Shaw lowers his head and gets across the 30 to about the 33. So good field position here for the Rams to open their first drive of the night. Durant coming up with a 12-play drive. and they went 72 yards for the touchdown. Very efficient drive to start this game for Durant to take an early lead here at 6-0. Now the Rams need to answer right here, come back with a nice drive of their own.
First and 10 Rams.
Winters on that drive, 6 carries for 41 yards for Winters. Quarterback is sophomore Brian West, number 17. Horton starting tailback along with Mims at fullback. They give to Horton, and Horton is pounded in the backfield. Horton was hit. I don't think he got back to the 30-yard line, in fact. They're going to give him forward progress back to the 30. Loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 13.
Don, you sort of look at Greg Horton getting up that time. As we know, he's been sick. And, you know, he's just not as usual up real quick and just at it again. So see if Horton can play through it tonight.
You have to really feel for Greg because he's been battling that ankle injury for several weeks now, and he gets over that, it looks like, and now he's got some type of illness. There's a pass out to Mims, wide open. He catches it, and a 1st down up to the 44-yard line to Jason Mims. Pick up a 14 on the play, and the Rams, with their favorite play, come up with a big 1st down.
Absolutely. You know, that's what it's going to take tonight to get it done against this Durant team. That pass right there was too wide open, so you got to look for him to go to that a lot more often.
There's no question they're going to have to throw the football tonight to beat this good Durant defense. First and 10 for the Rams from the 44-yard line. Offset out of the left with Mims and Horton. A pitch sweep to Horton. Horton trying to tuck it back inside and picks up maybe a yard at the most. He got to the 44. It'll be no gain actually on the play. Maybe a half a yard pickup, but it'll be 2nd down and 10. And so far tonight, Greg Horton not able to get anything going offensively in a couple of runs.
They just still don't have that explosive release. You got to think that ankle's still bothering because he's still walking around slight limp. I believe he re-injured it a little bit in that Calumet City game. So we can see if that could be a factor later on.
Hamilton comes wide to the left, Shaw to the right. West back to throw, has good protection. Now throws out in the flat, nobody out there. Incomplete. He had Mims on the front side. Shaw going on a fly pattern down the sideline, but he threw it in between them into an open area, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Rams.
We had a lot of pressure coming up the middle that time. As soon as he stepped up, it's like a pocket just collapsed around him. And I think he's just trying to get that one away, avoiding the sack.
Possession play coming up right here for the Rams on 3rd and 10 from their own 44. 5:23 remaining in the 1st quarter. Durant already on top, 6-0. West now to the shotgun. Trips to the right. Back to throw, looking that way all the way. Throws out the flat. It's complete to Hamilton, but not enough for the 1st down, as Hamilton's going to be knocked off his feet along the 50-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play, but 4th down and 4 coming up, and Rams going to elect to kick it away here.
Well, you got to think, you know, you got to know how many yards you got to get for the 1st down, so you just got to run your route just a little bit extra out just to get that. And that time, Vardaman just decided to go with the short route since it was the quickest one to open and try to get better field position for this punt.
So Long will drop back now to kick it away. Wash is going to stand back at the Durant 17.
Matt Long in punt formation for the Rams.
Long gets off another nice spiral, and it's going to hit. Wash not able to come up and catch it. Bad decision, and it's going to roll all the way down inside the 10 to about the 8. So another good kick, 42 yards with no return. And so Durant will start this drive from their own 8-yard line, 1st and 10. And Adam, Rams really need a stop right here on this drive.
Absolutely. You know, the Rams always sort of seem to be hesitant or try to fill out the offense, I guess you can say, on their first possession they run on. And that time Durant's able to pick up the score. So we should see Vardaman making the adjustments on what they have to do here.
So Durant comes out now for their 2nd possession of the night. First time they touched the football, they drove 72 yards for a touchdown. Winters your quarterback. Same formation. They send a man in motion as usual. Back to throw. Winters throws out the flat, overshot him, incomplete.
Bring up 2nd down 10.
He was trying to hit, looks like number 21 that time for the Tigers.
That's 81 there.
Or 81, excuse me. That's Dietrich Newman, senior, split in. not able to haul it in. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10, and flags on the play here before it gets going. Some movement along the line against one of the two teams. We'll see who they call it against, and it's going to be offsides Vardaman.
Offsides against
So the second offside penalty against the Rams here, and it'll give Durant a 2nd and 5 situation now.
Well, the way that guy takes off in motion every time, it's looking like the play, like a guy reacts to a snap, and Vardaman's used to going on the snap that time. That's what you got drawing him off sides each time, that back guy in motion.
Option play. This time it's the fullback pushing his way. Not much running room. Maybe to the 16, number 17. Number 34 on the carry. That's Bankhead, Jeffrey Bankhead. Pushing it out to the 17-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Gain of 3 on the play. Make a 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers.
3rd and 2 is going to be Winters, and Winters tries to tuck it back, hit hard by Harden, and I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Looks like he does have the 1st down, I believe. They gave him a pretty good spot up to the 19-yard line as Harden hit him, pushed him back, but not before he was able to pick up the 1st down on a pickup of 3.
Well, Don, the wet field's already come in to show there on that play. It's like whenever Winters wanted to try to cut back and go the opposite direction he went the first time, he sort of lost his footing that time and just had to go that direction, and he paid for it as he sort of stutter stepped and Harden unloaded on him.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Fumble on the play. Let's see, Denley, I think, might have had a hand on it, and I think the Rams have it. 1st and 10 Rams, they recover the fumble. Big hard hit right there in the middle of the field. And that's the break the Rams were looking for right there.
I believe that might have been Mills that come up either with the hit or the fumble. I'm not for sure. It's either 45 or 34. It's both on the bottom of that pile.
Did you see who had the ball that time, Adam?
I think Mills come up and threw it out, but I'm really not for sure on that.
Well, I mean for Durant.
Oh, Durant was the fullback.
Fullback, okay. Bankhead again on the fumble, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Vardaman now at the 18-yard line, their best opportunity of the night. 3:11 to go here in the 1st quarter. West under center. West rolling to the right on the option, and not much running room there. He's going to be stacked up at the 19-yard line. There'll be a loss of 1 on the play. Big number 77 came through that time. R.L. Myrick to make the stop for a loss of 1 yard, or actually a loss of 2 as they're going to put it down at the 20. So 2nd down and 12 coming up here for the Rams.
Well, so far Durant's proving everybody right. You're not going to run on them. If you're going to run on them, you have to earn it. And right now, that defensive line of Durant's being stingy with the yardage they're going to let go.
2nd down and 12, back at the 20-yard line now. Back to throw is West. West slings it over the middle, and it's nearly intercepted, trapped. Nobody for the Rams turned around that time. You had Shaw and Mims both over in the area, but the pass went incomplete and nearly was intercepted that time by the DB for the Tigers.
Once again, the pressure of the defensive line is getting to West, as he had to release that one earlier than he wanted to. And we saw him last week against Calhoun City just sort of throw one away over the middle. And Calhoun City's able to pick off. You just can't just take and toss those away as he did that one there. He come away very fortunate that time to get that one intercepted.
3rd down and 12 from the 20-yard line. Big play coming up here for the Rams. This might be out of the range of Guerrero. I don't know. Back to throw. In the pocket is West. Looking left. Wants to go to the end zone. In the corner for Mims. Incomplete. Knocked away nicely by the defender, number 32. Got a hand on it. That's Young. Shemaine Young, who broke it up. Good coverage that time by Durant. It'll be 4th and 12.
Well, Don, as you said, don't know if this is in Guerrero's Rangers or not, so they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, not really a decision here. Your kicker's not got that much range. Then it's not a sure thing. You go for it here on 4th and 12, and that's what they'll do. They'll send 3 wide receivers to the near side. Horton in the backfield behind West. Back to throw is West, looking left all the way. Now under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Ball's loose on the field. They're going to rule him down. It won't matter, as it was 4th down, and Durant takes over. A loss of 10, and the Tigers come up with a big stand as the Rams go 4 and out after getting the ball in excellent position in the red zone at the 18-yard line, and they run 4 plays and lose 12 yards.
You know, you just got to make quicker decisions at the quarterback position. You're not going to have as much time as you're used to having throwing the ball against some of these teams you play during the regular season. So you have to come to the mind at the line with the guy or he's going to throw to, and if he's not there, check off to at least 2 more.
Play action this time under pressure, breaks away from the defender. Now Winters is finally going to be sacked back at the 28-yard line by a host of Rams for a loss of a couple. Good penetration that time by Edmondson, but not able to finish. And then the Ram defense, so the second flow of blue jerseys came through to make the stop for a loss of 2.
Well, if we made a clinic take on how not to tackle, that would be it, because Edmondson just come through that time, tried to shoulder tackle him. With the athletes you've got in the backfield with Durant's quarterback Winters, you're not going to be able to do that. You have to hit him hard and wrap up and hope you take him down on the first lick.
Shotgun formation now for Winters on 2nd down and 12. Back to throw in the pocket, takes a deep drop now, steps up, throws over the middle, and it is batted up in the air, incomplete. Through the hands of the intended receiver that time, Michael Thomas. Thomas had a good shot at catching that one, but not able to hold it in. And a good hit that time by Shaw as well. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Yeah, I hate I missed that with the camera because I thought there was going to be a sack on the play because, once again, Durant's quarterback got hit from behind. You know, that's one of those hits you don't like when you're a quarterback. You're in your throwing motion, and you get a helmet in between your shoulder blades, and, you know, if it's a hard enough lick, you can knock the wind out of it from under you.
3rd down and 12 now from the 28-yard line. Once again, the shotgun, 4 wide receiver package here for Durant. Winters back to throw, sets up a screen play, incomplete. Coming back to try to catch it was number 81 again, that's Newman. Newman not able to haul it in. Coach Robertson very upset now, and Durant will have to punt it away as they'll go 3 and out on this drive.
Yeah, there's really no excuse for not catching that pass, Don. The only thing he could have done better that time is, you know, just walk it down there and hand it to him, or at least catch it for him.
And he had some linemen set up too. If he could have caught that ball, it might have been a huge gain. Harden and Horton drop back at the 30-yard line to receive the punt. He takes a long time to get it away, then kicks a short kick, and it's going to take a Durant roll and a friendly roll for them all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Tigers down the ball, Rams take over.
So a 42-yard kick, no return for the Tigers, and so the Rams will go on offense for the 3rd time tonight. Minute 3 to go here in the first quarter, 6-0 Durant.
Well, Don, as you said, Vardaman missed a golden opportunity on that last possession, but you got to think next time, seeing Coach Bray saw how long it took him to get that punt off. So we've seen Mills, he's leading the state with 2 block punts. We might see him getting a little bit more aggressive and sending more guys to the line trying to get a block out of it.
Adam, the Rams have carried it 4 times tonight for minus 15 yards. Not a very strong running attack here early on against this Durant defense. Now they give it to the second man through. Horton, nowhere to go again. He is stacked up by the green and white at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time for Horton. Of course, everybody knows this is a very good, skilled position Ram team, but if you ask anybody, probably the weakness of this team is the offensive line.
Absolutely, you know, I mean, it was a young line coming into the season, and, you know, that's where the question was, if the defensive line's going to be able, or the offensive line, rather, is going to be able to hold up. And they've held their own against good teams like Collins City, who has that great defensive line. But tonight, they've got a whole lot more meat on that line they've seen all season.
2nd and 10 from the 30. West with a quick pass out in the flat, going to be complete to Harden. Harden gets it across the 35, dragging tacklers up to the 38. Good effort that time by Harden, as John Harden actually got 3 more yards out of that after he was able to drag the tacklers for a pickup of 8, and it'll set up 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, that's one player I thought has not seen the ball much enough this season, really, because, you know, he's just one of these hard-hitting defensive players is what everybody knows him for. But, you know, he's a good athlete, he's strong, and he's one of those guys you just got to get them ball to more in this type of situation.
That's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Durant 6, Vardaman nothing. And let's go down to the field now to Bill Morgan and Ken Johnson.
Again, still 6-0. Vardaman Rams kind of holding their own here in the first quarter play, but not able to move the ball very good against a very good Durant defense, but only down 6 points.
Right, they got the turnover, moved 2 yards backward, and couldn't convert. They've been really held interesting stat. 13 total yards on 11 plays, so Vardaman is coming upon them. to try to figure out the tough defense of this Durant team.
We got a great crowd here behind us, the Vardaman Ram home crowd, and we look forward to the second quarter coming up next here on TV7. Stay with us.
Pontotoc Discount Furniture, Highway 6 West in Pontotoc, offers 2 huge showrooms of home furnishings just in time for Christmas. Everyday low prices on entertainment centers, curio cabinets, office furniture, action lane recliners, glider rockers, living room suites, oak frame pictures, hundreds in stock. Decorative table lamps for any room, ceramics of all kinds, great gift items. Pontotoc Discount Furniture offers delivery service and 12 months same as cash. Lay away now. All major credit cards honored. Open Monday through Saturday, closed Thursday. Call 489-1176. Located 6 miles from Pontotoc on Highway 6 West. Pontotoc Discount Furniture. Ward Shortstop in Vardaman, serving the best lunch every day. Fried chicken at its best. Hot Philly steak sandwiches, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, barbecue, served quickly for you. Slaw, potato salad, biscuits, sausage, tenderloin, ham, and steak. Hot chicken strips, the best, plus grocery items to complete your meals. Gas self-serve. Come on in, eat with us at Ward Shortstop, Highway 8 in Vardaman. Call 682-7520. Go Rams.
Welcome back, everyone. First quarter stats for you: 63 yards rushing for the Tigers, 6 yards passing, a total of 69 for the Rams, minus 15 on the ground, 28 through the air for total yards of 13 yards. One turnover in the game. That was a fumble by Durant. 3rd down and 3. West back to throw, looking left, has pretty good protection. Now it falls down and he has to throw it away. Mims was coming on a crossing route, but West didn't have time to wait, and he took a hard hit, and West slow getting to his feet in the backfield. Now he looks like he's going to be okay, but it'll be 4th down, and Vardaman will have to punt it away.
Good on it. Seemed that pass was there to the flats to Mims there for a second. He sort of pump faked on it. I don't know if he's looking for Mims to release or what, but he had it for a second and just sort of hesitated, and then pass wasn't there, then he paid for it.
West 3 out of 7 for 28 yards on the night. Long will have to punt again as Thomas stands back. And this one he shanked off the side of his foot, and it's not going to take any roll. It'll die at the 43-yard line. So it'll be Tiger football here in good field position at the 43-yard line.
No, that's what you don't want to give Durant. You want to give them the longest field they have to play, period. And right now, Vardaman come up with a sort of a letdown in the special teams punting that time, and now they got to step up and put their back against the wall here on defense.
Tonight's game being brought to you by Tim Edmondson Farms on Highway 8 East in Vardaman. Also Landreth Farms as well, Ben or Andy Landreth, and Vardaman's Farmers Gin Incorporated. As the handoff this time is up to the 46-yard line. A gain of a couple that time for Corey Young.
Gain of 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd down, 7 for the Tigers.
Young's first carry of the night for 2 yards. Option, Winter's going to keep it. He's got running room. He's over into Vardaman territory, 45, breaking tackles down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 13 on the play, and there's an injured player down for the Rams. A Durant first down after a pickup of 13 for Winters.
Timeout, Rams.
There's a timeout on the play. We'll take a break. 11:04 remaining here in the first half. Durant sits, Vardaman nothing. Back in a moment.
At TDS Telecom, we're extending technology beyond basic phone service. We're a leader in the technologies that fit our customers' lives, like internet access, dish TV, and services like caller ID and call forwarding that give the telephone a whole new dimension. If it's a technology that makes life easier or more enjoyable, TDS Telecom will offer it. So relax. You've got TDS Telecom. More than just a phone company.
On the square, Calhoun City.
Calhoun Apparel Incorporated is celebrating more than 17 years in the garment industry and more than 17 years in Calhoun County. Calhoun Apparel Incorporated is the only garment industry remaining in Calhoun County and has an established record for providing employment to the county. We at TV7 salute Mr. Bobby Steele for having the vision over 17 years ago and to the employees for their dedicated service to producing a quality product. Congratulations, Calhoun Apparel Incorporated, for your contribution to Calhoun County.
For more than 25 years, Weeks Big Star has been a part of this community, bringing you weekly specials to help you save on your grocery budget. Their complete line of fresh fruits and vegetables, dairy products, frozen foods, and their meat department, which offers the best in USDA choice cuts, or if you prefer, they will custom cut by request, gives you the assurance of the best quality, quantity, and selection of grocery products available to you. Weeks Big Star appreciates your business, and they show it by passing the savings on to you. Shop Weeks Big Star. You'll be glad you did. Highway 9 and 32 intersection, Bruce.
First and 10 Durant at the 42-yard line of Vardaman. They're on the move again now after getting good field position to start this drive. They lead already 6-0 after the opening drive. They took it down the field and scored. Here's the quarterback keeper again to the 39-yard line. Pickup of 3 for Winters this time. Denley made the stop. Winters tonight, that's his 10th carry for 57 yards, so he's averaging 5.7 per carry on the night for Durant.
And with that success, you know, like I always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's what they're doing here, just keeping it with Winters. And if he's picking up that much per carry, he's going to get the job done tonight.
I agree. I'd keep running that option until they stop it. Here's a give to Wash, and Wash gets to about the 35 before he is dropped by the Ram defense. Gain of 6, though, before they were able to knock him down. Or excuse me, gain of 4.
Gain of 3 on the play. Bring up 3rd down and 4.
Well, Don, right now that Vardaman defense is waiting for the running backs to get to them. I mean, their secondary's not coming up and making the tackles. You know, you don't want to sit and wait for a guy that can run 3 yards up to you. You can run up there and stop him earlier to take and cut down on some of that yardage.
3rd down and 3 now from the 35-yard line. And they give to the fullback who's got the first down. He's into the open. He's down to the 10, down to the 5, and down to the 2-yard line. Bankhead on the carry that time. And Bankhead took it from the 35 all the way down to the 2, a pickup of 30. Or let's see, they're going to mark it at the 4, I believe. Or let's call it the 3.
First and goal, Tigers.
Gain of 32 yards for Bankhead. First and goal for Durant at the 3-yard line. And they give it to Wash, and Wash is going to plow his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Durant. As Tony Wash from 3 yards out puts the Tigers on the board again.
And Don, they did it again that time, just keeping it on the ground and just pounding their way forward. And just as you said, they had that one big play that really opened up there just 2 plays ago. And they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here.
They're going to go for 2 to try to get back that missed extra point here. Leading now 12-0. And what we talked about in the pregame, Vardaman does not want to fall too far behind in this one. There's a man over complete, wide open to the tight end that time, number 14. That is Devon Gatson. Hope I said that right. Devon Gatson with the reception for the 2-point conversion. And so Durant takes the lead 14-0. 9:17 remaining here in the first half. Let's take it down to Ken and Bill.
Hey, let me see that. Let me see that.
Well, Ken, we've got 9:17 to go in the first half of play, and another big drive there, another big long run by Durant. Touchdown.
Yeah, impressive drive. They moved the ball 57 yards. He was on the 6th play. Had 2 big runs there. Quite impressive. They are knocking Vardaman off the defensive line.
Really physical here in this ball game. They went for 2 points, made it 14-0 here with 9:17 to go in the first half.
Stick him!
Take me off.
Come on, boys!
Dig in, guys. Let's go.
4-yard line.
Safety right there.
Touchdown, Tigers. Number 12, Tony White.
Come on. Hey, let me see that. Let me see that.
Farmers Bank banking team, where you are number 1. All the latest in computerized banking services at your fingertips. MoneyLink, a service of Merchants and Farmers Bank, helps you keep up on a daily basis with your account. They have home loans, auto loans, business loans, saving accounts, CDs, checking accounts, IRAs, everything you need and expect from your personal bank. With over 25 years of serving the community, Merchants and Farmers Bank, Tom McElroy and staff extend a warm welcome for you to come in, have a cup of coffee, and get to know all the staff at Merchants and Farmers Bank in Bruce.
While other companies have customers, at Guide One and Custom Coverages, we only have partners. As a Guide One insurance agent, we will get to know you so we can offer you specialized products to meet your unique needs. And we offer service that will exceed your expectations. Best of all, as a Guide One agent, we will treat you much more than a policyholder. While other companies sell policies, we build partnerships. Guide One Insurance and Custom Coverages Insurance Agency, valuing customers as partners. Call Spud Deaton or Betty Heath at 983-6400 to start a partnership today.
Here's the kickoff as we come back, and it's going to hit at the 22 and die at the 20. Picked up by Pierce. Pierce into the open and finally yanked down at the 39-yard line. That was a great tackle that time across the way by number 44 Durant, Terrence Love, who made the stop. Or Pierce might have had a chance to go a long ways that time. They're going to mark him down at the 40. So good field position here for the Rams to open this drive.
You think if the Rams could come up and catch that ball on the fly, they'd be able to get a lot more yardage or possibly break that one long that time, because he had to stop at the 20 and fumble around and pick it up, and then that time, as you said, just a great return that time.
14-0 Durant with 9:08 to go in the first half. Rams need a score here. From their own 40-yard line, West back to throw, looking out in the flat to Mims, complete, and Mims is hit hard, broke a tackle, still on his feet. Mims to the 50 and into Durant territory, and
they're going to say it's down about the 42. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad call.
And if they threw anything now, it should have been a flag, because Mims got jerked by the face mask as he tried to break that tackle.
I don't think Mims' knee went down at any point right there. He stuck his hand down to get his balance.
There it is. That's what it is. Instead of throwing the flag, he threw his marker instead. So that's what it was.
Yeah, but still it should be at the end of the run, should it not?
Yeah, that is true.
Not from the point of the infraction. If the guy keeps going, it doesn't matter if they do have a face mask. You got to rule it 5 yards from the end of the play. And that was not the case in that. They must have called him down. That's the only thing I know.
Well, I had a good shot of it on the screen here, and I was looking down on it, and, I didn't see his knee go down. But I guess I can keep my saying alive, John. I said it every game. That's the reason the officials are down there, and we're up here calling it.
Now they're going to call time and confer, so maybe they want to talk to the line judge here. The referee called time and is going over to the line judge to discuss it. We'll see what we get here. That was a pass out in the flat to Mims.
If you think about it, I mean, they really don't have any way to go back to mark where the ball was, and that's what the official is. He's pointing up the field a little bit more. And they're going to say it was not enough for the first down. They're going to try to back them up.
Official timeout.
That's what's the case there. They say they're going to mark them 2 yards shy. So that's what they're backing up there. But I agree with you totally, Don. I mean, that ball should be sitting about the 45, 40-yard line on the other end of the field.
Yeah, plus 5 yards on top of that.
Absolutely.
So it should be about the 41. But they're going to say a gain of 3 on the completion, then a 5-yard penalty at the end of that one. So
a great piece of running by Mims that time, just denied by the missed call by the official.
So it'll still be first down because of the penalty. 1st and 2 now from the 48-yard line. Back to throw. West pump fakes, throws deep, tries to hit his man down the sideline, overshot him, trying to hit Berry. Berry was covered pretty well over there on the corner, and the pass sailed over his head, incomplete.
They're caught Durant fans over here trying to say it's 3rd down, but that is not the case here. It is the 2nd down. But you know, once again, I mean, I think tonight in this type of game situation here, you got to have your best athletes on the field, and I'm surprised Hard's not in another receiver positions.
2nd down and 2, and they're going to give it to Horton, and Horton dives close, but he didn't get it. Got to the 49-yard line, a gain of only 1. And it will set up 3rd down and 1 now for the Rams.
I mean, this is a tough call here, Don. I mean, you put your best running back up there that time. Lucky had a pretty good opening, and it closed that quick on it, stopping the game 1. I mean, what do you do in this situation? Just walk your line up you walk your guys up, send the guy in motion, and go on no snaps. Hope your West can take and fall forward for the 1st down.
3rd down and 1 here at the 49-yard line. A big play coming up. I don't think even if you don't get it here, you have to go for it. Already down 14-0, 7.5 minutes remaining in the 1st half, and it's a quarterback sneak, and West has the 1st down as he gets to the 48-yard line of Durant. A gain of 3 that time for Brian West, and a 1st down for the Rams.
That time came out of his shoe on that play.
Yeah, and I think it's imperative right now that the Rams score a touchdown on this particular drive.
Well, other than that fumble recovery, you know, this is the best drive they've had built tonight, you know, going so far for them.
1st and 10 at the Durant 48-yard line. Five-man defensive front for the Tigers. They give it to Horton, and Horton nowhere to go. That big defensive line is there to meet him right at the line of scrimmage again for no gain. Horton not able to find any holes in that Tiger defense. So once again, no gain on the play, and Horton now 5 carries for -2 yards.
When it comes to a defense like this with Durant, I mean, you have to make up your mind from the get-go. You say, listen, you guys, the holes I'm running through, you got to block for me because that's where I'm going, and you go full speed from the get-go because you're not going to be able to dance around in the backfield and wait for the hole to open up. You just got to go where directed and hope you can get good burst of speed past that line.
2nd and 10 from the 48 of Durant. Shotgun now with 3 wide receivers to the side. They swing it out to Mims, who drops the football, picks it up. I guess they're going to call it a lateral because no whistle blew, and it's going to be a loss on the play back to the 48.
Well, I don't believe that's a lateral at all.
I don't either, but that's what they call. No question. It looked like to me that was at least sideways, and I think it was actually a little bit forward. But they did say that it was a lateral, so it'll go down as a loss of 3 on the carry for Jason Mims.
So right now, Vardaman just offensively looking for anything that can go. And really the only play they've got going for tonight has been that little pass out to Mims in the flats.
Third down and 13 now out of the shotgun. Shaw goes in motion. West in the pocket. Pretty good protection. Throws on the middle. Got a man open, complete to Pierce to the 29-yard line. An excellent throw that time by West, who stayed tall in the pocket and gunned it down the middle for a pickup of 23 yards and a Ram first down.
I mean, when you're West, I mean, you have to swallow your pride and take your shots as you go here, because you cannot lose your nerve in that pocket back there. You got big guys coming at you, but you got to just block them out, keep your concentration, and look downfield. And he did an excellent job of it that time.
I think the Rams need to do more of that. That's the way they came back. If you remember against Ware, they threw the football there in the second half Big 5-4 front for Durant. And West is hit as he threw, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. And West was hit as he tried to throw it. It actually hit an offensive lineman, but it was the fact that he was hit which caused that. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Correct it. Well, no, they're going to say he was, wait a minute, they're marking the ball back here.
I can't believe that.
What is this?
Unbelievable call. You either got to call incomplete pass or intentional grounding. You can't say he was down. There's no way he was down. But be a loss of 7 for West on the sack. I guess that's the old in the grass rule from the NFL several years ago. Harden with a nice catch, and Harden slipped and fell. Harden had at least another 10 yards probably, but he could not keep his balance and is dropped along the 32-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the completion, and it'll set up 3rd down and 13 again.
But I'm still baffled by the fact that they placed the ball that far back. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out why or what might have caused them to do that. I mean, you didn't even see an argument out of Vardaman's side over there. I'm sorry, if I was coaching there, I mean, I'd have to, I mean, it's obvious that he tried to pass the ball. If the ball goes flying back like that, he couldn't have just let it go.
Well, that's twice now. They've blown the whistle, I guess. Called a man down before he was actually down. Mims earlier, and now West. West fumbles the snap, picks it up, tries to get something out of it, not going to be able to do so. Maybe a yard at the most to the 31-yard line, and now Vardaman will probably go for it again here, even though it's 4th and 12.
You've got to. I mean, there's no doubt. It's like you said, Don, you've got to try to put points on the board here.
No gain on the play.
They'll say no gain. They're going to put it down to 32. Look down at the stat card, Adam, and if this was golf, Rams would be doing pretty good, but not very good here running yards. Horton, 5 carries, -2. West, 5 carries, -16. Mims, 1 carry for -3.
I mean, that's what I mean. How often will you think you'd be able to say that about the Vardaman Rams? So that you got to give a lot of credit to that Durant defense.
Let's tell you about some more of our sponsors. We told you Vardaman Farmers Gin Incorporated. That's Howard Morgan, Joe Edmondson, Carter Edmondson, Melissa Edmondson, and it says Go Trent and Cody. Also Gary Penick Farm Incorporated, 682-7469. Grower, packer, shipper, quality sweet potato at Gary Penick Farm. Also N&W Farms, Randall Wright and Larry Nelson. Winners Pack and Sack. Also a proud sponsor of Ram football here tonight. Ward Shortstop, that's David Ward, the owner there. Also Dugard and Son Construction, metal buildings to suit your needs. Call 983-4324, Don, Patty, DJ, and Ashley. Also Mounts Supermarket, Jeff Mounts in Vardaman. Martha Martin, Chancery Clerk, also helping to support the Rams here tonight on TV7. 4th down, and the Rams are going to go for it here on 4th down and 12 from the 32, 4th and 13 from the 32. West to throw. West throws down the middle for Mims, and it's broken up. Mims had a hand on it, but Thomas came in at the last moment, knocked it away, and so Durant now will take over at the 37-yard line. And they, or excuse me, at the 32-yard line is where they'll get it. And now Durant has 3 minutes to try to get down the field and get some points on the board here before halftime, already leading 14-0.
I mean, right now, if you're Vardaman, you've got to see you got 3 minutes left on the clock, 3 minutes to go into halftime. You've got to take and step up your defense huge right here and just hold on hopefully to a 14-0 deficit going into half.
Yeah, you don't want to see the same thing happen against Ware. There's a fumble snap. It's loose. Vardaman's got it at the 30-yard line. Winners fumble the snap. And that's the 2nd time tonight that that's happened, and the Rams recover another Durant fumble at the 30-yard line. So turnovers is what they needed tonight, but they've got to take advantage here before halftime and get a touchdown on the board.
That's number 56 on the fumble recovery that time. He just did a great heads-up play. Winters tried to make something out of it, just bent down, tried to pick it up with his hands. He got his head in between the quarterback and the football and knocked it out of his hands, and now Vardaman has new life, and they've got to take advantage, as you said.
Yep. Credit Preston McGregor with that recovery. There'll be a loss of 1 on the play for the quarterback, and the Rams have it at the 30. They want to go deep down the sideline for Pearson, double coverage, and it's incomplete. Pierce wanted a penalty marker, and he might have been hit a little early, but Durant's defender was going for the ball, and I think that's what they're going to say. Incomplete on the play, 2nd down and 10.
Well, you had one guy going for the ball. Looked like one guy sort of lowered a hit into his stomach that time. But as you said, I guess the hit come after the ball was batted away. No call. 2nd down and 10 to go.
That's a 13th pass attempted tonight by Vardaman. There, 6 out of 13 for 58 yards, and now in fraction against the Rams, possibly too many men in the huddle that time. And so that'll be a 5-yard mark off against the Rams.
Five-yard penalty for illegal participation against the Rams. Bring up 2nd down and 15.
2nd and 15 now, back at the 35-yard line. West out of the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the right. Back to throw is West in the pocket looking, throws over the middle on a crossing pattern, and it's incomplete. Hit twice that time, once by Winters, and then Thomas got a hand on it for the Durant defense. And it fell incomplete to bring up 3rd down and 15 now for the Rams.
Right now, West just seems to be hurrying his decisions. He had a lot of pressure on him in the first half, and rightly so. He don't want to get hit like he's taking some big shots tonight, Don. But, you just got to take, as I said, just sort of block those out and really look down every time that time. Because that time he had Shaw. His guy expected Shaw to go down on a fly. That time Shaw checked up on a 10-yard curl.
Fumble snap by West. It's loose on the field, still loose. And I think Durant may have it. And they do at the 43-yard line. Durant with the recovery. And so the negative stats continue for the Rams. And their first turnover of the night gives Durant now an opportunity. With 2:30 to go in the first half at their own 43, they have plenty of time to get down the field, get some points.
So I'll say it like I did last time. Vardaman's got stuck it up on defense here, hopefully get another turnover, but they want to stop them. And they had the opportunity once again, Don, but they couldn't take advantage.
1st and 10, Durant. They've only completed 1 pass so far tonight. They're back to throw again, Winters. Now he's going to pull it in and run with it. Now he wants to throw, got a man open, and it's deflected. He able to haul it in after bobbling the ball at the Ram 48-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down. Gain of 10 on the play. First and 10 for the Tigers at the Ram 48.
But Durant's now going to that huddle. They want to make sure everybody's on the same page now. With this 2 minutes to go here, they want to try to pick up some points here and go in with the bigger lead at the half.
Well, we know from the first extra point they don't have much of a kicking game, so they're going to probably have to get to the end zone. Shotgun here for Winters. Winters is going to run it now on a quarterback draw, and a good tackle that time by Denley, who dropped him after a gain of only 1 to the 47-yard line. 1-yard pickup that time for Winters. Winters, your leading rusher tonight for Durant. He's carried it now 12 times for 56 yards.
Timeout, Durant.
There's a timeout on the field, 1:31 remaining here in the first half of play. Let's tell you about some more of our sponsors for tonight's action. H&H Insulation, that's Bobby High and Kenny Hamilton in Vardaman, 6827578. Attics and barns, blankets and walls, and also metal buildings as well. CC Farms, since 1946, that's Stephen and Danny Bailey. Also James Winter, Winter Insurance and Associates in Calhoun City, 6284176, representing over 20 different companies and giving you lots of options there. Also Pryor Funeral Home, Mr. John Burt and all the staff over there. Houston Truck Center, Joe and Clarence Blaylock, the owners there. They have all types of tractor and trailer repairs, specializing in Cummins diesels as well. Also Adams and Mahan Spanish Mustangs. John Adams, Charles and Lisa Mahan, go trail riding and enjoy the outdoors. And they can help you do that over at Adams and Mahan Spanish Mustangs. From the 47, 2nd down and 9. Winters going to try to run, and he's dropped for a sack. And that was Burkeen, Shane Burkeen, who finished him up at the 48-yard line of Durant. It'll be a loss of 5.
Now, what can you say for freshman Burkeen there? He's played a great playoff series. First game, the game with Calhoun City, the game actually, I guess you could say the finale, the first matchup between Calhoun City and Vardaman. You know, he's just come on strong here in the latter part of the season.
Durant takes another timeout, and we'll take it with him. Score 14-0. Durant on top of Vardaman. Minute 12 remaining in the first half. We'll be back in just a moment.
Vancourt South, Bruce, Houston, and Vardaman locations.
Fall is in the air. Autumn breezes and colored leaves are on the way. As the seasons change, we all like to make improvements that will help us look and feel great. Kim and Company in Bruce. These 3 words describe all you need for the coming fall season and all through the year. Kim and Company is the place. Come see the full line of hair products from Redken, Sebastian, TG, Paul Mitchell, and more. For all your needs such as perms, colors, cuts, straighteners, pedicures, manicures, massages, and facials. Kim and Company in Bruce.
And you're watching Calhoun City Wildcat football on TV 7, TV 34, your local sports connection.
We know trucking at Parker Brothers Incorporated. Our parts house is full of about any part you would need. We offer quality used tractors in excellent condition. No matter what the load, we have a rig for you. And don't forget about our towing service, just a phone call away. See Billy or Ricky and their staff or call 628-5104. We are a proud sponsor of local sports and school activities. We're located on Highway 8 East in Durham. See our friendly staff for all of your truck needs. Parker Brothers Trucking in Durham.
We're back here at Carter Field in Vardaman as Durant faces a 3rd and long. Winters throws over the middle, intercepted by Denley. Denley, the 45, he's to the 40, and he's knocked off his feet at the 34-yard line in Durant territory. Denley stepped in front of the pass that time and picked it off, and Caleb Tedder's going to come up hurt. Looks like he's okay, though. He just might have got a stinger that time.
I'll tell you what, Don, his last name's not going to let him be hurt. I went to school with Eric Tedder, and, you know, I've seen the kid almost break his neck in a football game and come back and finish the football season. 3rd turnover of the night for Durant. So Vardaman has got to take advantage of some of these turnovers. You can't get 3 turnovers in a half and not be able to get any points out of it. Minute 1 to go at the 33-yard line is where they'll put it down. 4 wide receivers to the left now for West. West back to throw. Throws it out there incomplete. He led Mims too much as Mims was on a little out pattern along the 25-yard line, but it was incomplete. And it was there, Don. I mean, it was open. It was a good route ran by Mims that time. Durant in that zone, he just found that crack in the defensive zone between the 2 guys that time, trying to miscommunication, ran that route, and as you said, just 2 or 3 steps too far, and he would have been able to pull that one in with some positive yardage. Picked up that time for the Rams.
We'll have some first half stats for you here at halftime in 55 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 for the Rams at the 33-yard line. West again out of the shotgun. West looks like the same play. Now swings it out to Pierce. Pierce to the 30, down to the 25, and dives for a first down, I believe, at the 23-yard line. And it will stop the clock as they pick up the first down, a gain of 10 on the play. So that'll keep the drive alive. Vardaman still has 2 timeouts remaining. So they can do a lot of things with those 2 timeouts remaining.
One thing they can't do is sit around the huddle like they are now. Once that official blows the whistle, you need to be either on the ball or either on your way to the ball.
Absolutely. 35 seconds and rolling now at the 23-yard line. Now they go back up under center as West wants to throw, throws a slant to Pierce, who dropped the football. That was an excellent pass that time from West. He threaded the needle between 3 defenders, but Pierce couldn't hold on to it.
You know, Pierce has come up with some huge receptions this season for Vardaman that time, and that will probably would have been the biggest one he could have that time. He would have actually been able to have one on that one. He took a hard shot as soon as he got his eyes and hands set around the ball. He's not, unfortunately, not able to hang on.
Yeah, I wasn't here last week, but I saw one of the best catches of the year. Looked like down here on about the 35-yard line on the left, a diving catch by Pierce. Just a great effort in the game last week against Calumet City West. Little 3-step drop, now throws to the corner of the end zone, incomplete. Harden tried to lay out, leap up to make the nice fingered catch, but he could not get up high enough to haul that one in. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Don, I feel sorry for Harden there. He slid belly first in that area, which is we walked across earlier, is the wettest part of the field. And you know, this cold night here, that's got to be taking some effect on Harden. The main thing is his hands went sliding across the ground, so his hands are going to be soaking wet.
Durant now is going to be the one takes the timeout here. Their final timeout with 21 seconds to go in the first half. 14-0, Durant leading it. Let's take a break. We'll be back in just a moment.
And the Vardaman football game being brought to you by Tim Edmondson Farms, Highway 8 East in Vardaman. Also by Vardaman Farmers Gin Incorporated, Howard Morgan, Joe Edmondson, Carter Edmondson, Melissa Edmondson, Go Trent, and Cody. By Gary Peanut Farms Incorporated, Growers, Packers, Shippers, Quality Sweet Potatoes. By N&W Farms, Randall Wright and Larry Nelson. Winter's Package Snack, Ravis and Catherine Winter owners. Also by Ward Shortstop, David Ward. Mounts Supermarket, Jeff Mounts, the owner, there in Vardaman. Also brought to you by H&H Insulation, Bobby High and Kenny Hamilton. By Landreth Farms, Ben or Andy Landreth. Also brought to you by Dugard & Son Construction, metal buildings to suit your needs. Martha Martin, Chancery Clerk of Calhoun County. CC Farms since 1946, Stephen and Danny Bailey. James Winter of Winter Insurance and Associates, representing over 20 different companies and giving you more options. By Pryor Funeral Home in Calhoun City, John Burton staff. By Houston Truck Center, Joe and Clarence Blaylock, owners in Houston. Also brought to you by Adams and Mahan Spanish Mustangs, John Adams, Charles and Lisa Mahan. And by Pontotoc Discount Furniture, Highway 6 West in Pontotoc, offers 2 huge showrooms of home furnishings just in time for Christmas. Everyday low prices on entertainment centers, curio cabinets, office furniture, action lane recliners, glider rockers, living room suites, oak frame pictures, hundreds in stock. Decorative table lamps for any room, ceramics of all kinds, great gift items. Pontotoc Discount Furniture offers delivery service and 12 months same as cash. Lay away now. All major credit cards honored. Open Monday through Saturday, closed Thursday. Call 489-1176. Located 6 miles from Pontotoc on Highway 6 West. Pontotoc Discount Furniture.
10 as we come back here. West to throw. West throws a post pattern to the end zone, batted away and nearly intercepted. There was 4 defenders around Tony Shaw that time as it was batted away, and it'll bring up 4th down now at the 24, and still out of the range of Jose Guerrero, so looks like they will go for it once again here. Now Vardaman will take their final timeout here with 14 seconds remaining, and here in the first half where you'll have one more play, they'll take a shot. And of course they don't have to go to the end zone, but if you complete a pass, the clock will stop and you get up there and spike it maybe.
That's what I was about to say, Doug. You know, catch Durant off guard and run your little quick out route to those sidelines. You pick up the first down and then get out of bounds, or either, as you said, get on the ball and spike it.
Another one of our sponsors tonight, Inman's Tax Service. Bobby and Suzanne Inman here in Vardaman are proud to sponsor Ram football here tonight. That's 682-7331, and won't be long before tax season will be coming up once again, so you can give Bobby or Suzanne a call over Inman's Tax Service. I want to thank all the sponsors that have gone out of their way to support Ram football, not only tonight but throughout the entire season as well as the playoffs. And the Rams' second straight year that they have gone to the North Half Championship. And they could really use a score right here. Going into the locker room, it could change the momentum. 4th down, though, and 10. Movement, and West able to get away, and now they're going to blow it dead. And they'll have to reset the clock to 14 seconds. And
Don, if you're West, you got to thank the official for blowing that one dead.
Rams have not been able to run the football at all tonight, and they've pretty much abandoned the run now and gone strictly with a passing game. West has thrown it 19 times on the night, completed 7 for 68 yards. They've run it a total of 12 times on the night.
They're trying to get the clock reset as the officials down here talk to the scoreboard, saying put 14 seconds on the clock. Oh, they're going to put them a whole minute 40 on the clock.
There we go.
Now we're ready.
Now the referee will come over to talk to the coaching staff for Durant here. It is against Durant, offside, so we'll have 4th down and 5 now. Ball's inside the 20. And you can't say the Rams haven't had their opportunities tonight. 3 turnovers, 2 of them in Durant territory, and they've got to take advantage of those opportunities.
Now they add a little bit more time to the clock. 14.5 seconds left here until halftime.
4th and 5. Got to get this one in order to keep the drive alive. West to throw in the pocket. West over the middle into triple coverage again. Tried to get it in there somehow to Mims, and he was fortunate that that was not intercepted. And so Durant once again comes up big and stops the Rams here. And they waste another golden opportunity here to put some points on the board.
That's been the whole story here for the first half for Vardaman. I mean, they've come up with 1 fumble recovery, interception, and another fumble recovery. I mean, in great field position each time, and just can't get it to go.
Wouldn't be surprised if Durant doesn't take a knee right here with 9 seconds remaining as they're up 14-0. And that's exactly what they'll do as Winters takes a knee, and that'll do it for the first half of play. First half in which the Rams had some opportunities, not able to put any points on the board though, and Durant at halftime on top, as you see there, 14-0, Tigers leading the Rams. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at some of the first half stats right after these messages. Stay with us, everyone.
Ken, after 1 half of play, Durant has controlled things here in the first half. Vardaman definitely in the game, only down 14-0. Durant had to convert a 2-point conversion, 14-0, but Vardaman is not getting it done offensively.
They've really been having trouble. They've been okay with passing at times, but they've been unable to rush the ball at all. They have negative yardage. Rushing, they have only 35 yards actually, a total offense on 31 plays, so only 1 yard per play, and that's really tells the tale.
Durant's had some turnovers. Vardaman able to capitalize on field position, but yet they're trying to go deep, throwing into a lot of coverage. It's not working out for them.
Right. They are having 3 or 4 guys back, and they're expecting the pass, so they're really defending it.
I tell you what, 14-0 at halftime. We're down here. We'll be back for the second half here from Carterfield, Vardaman. 14-0. Durant leads over the Vardaman Rams. We're going to take a break and hear from some of our fine sponsors, and we'll be back here at Carterfield.
Ward Shortstop in Vardaman, serving the best lunch every day. Fried chicken at its best. Hot Philly steak sandwiches, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, barbecue, served quickly for you. Slaw, potato salad, biscuits, sausage, tenderloin, ham, and steak. Hot chicken strips, the best, plus grocery items to complete your meals. Gas self-serve. Come on in, eat with us at Ward Shortstop, Highway 8 in Vardaman. Call 682-7520. Go Rams.
Santa, you're trying on camouflage clothing?
Yes, I'm gonna need some camo this year. I've got to go to Afghanistan and carry some kids some toys, and I need to be able to get in and out of there without them seeing me.
Hey, Santa, you reckon he's got anything to fit us?
You have anything to fit Rudolph and the gang?
We have sizes from extra small to 8X. You see, even Santa Claus shops with us.
It's happening at Hunter's Hall in Oxford, Mississippi. We got it all. Come see us.
Mount Supermarket, proud to be a part of the Vardaman community and proud to be a sponsor of the Vardaman Rams football. We at Mount Supermarket appreciate and we value all of our customers. Our goal is to provide you with the best in prices and quality. The next time you are in the sweet potato capital of the world, come by and see us at Mount Supermarket, Highway 8, Vardaman. Jeff Mounts and staff wish the Vardaman Rams the best in tonight's game.
We're back here at halftime atop the press box here at Carter Field in Vardaman, where Durant has a 14-0 lead here at halftime over the Vardaman Rams, who have not been able to find the end zone here tonight, despite 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles and an interception by Durant. But Rams not able to take advantage at this point. Absolutely no running game at all here in the first half. We'll tell you about those stats in a moment. First, let's give you some stats on Durant. Jermaine Winters, the quarterback, has been the main man. 14 carries for 50 yards in the first half. Kendall Simmons, the fullback, 1 carry for 8 yards. Tony Wash carried 3 times for 13 yards. Jermaine James, I should say, 1 carry for 5 yards. Jeffrey Bankhead, 3 carries for 34 yards. The big one was that 32-yard run that set up the second touchdown for Durant. Corey Young, 1 carry for 2 yards on the night. So you look down at the stats here, and 112 yards of rushing offense in the first half for Durant. Passing, not much. Winters 2 out of 7 for 16 yards, so a total offense of 128 yards in the first half for Durant. For the Rams, Greg Horton carried it 5 times for -2 yards. Brian West, 6 carries for -24 yards. Jason Mims, 1 carry for -3 yards. Total rushing yards, -29 in the first half for the Rams. Passing, West completed 7 out of 20 for 68 yards. They did have 1 turnover in the first half, did Vardaman. Let's recap the scoring summary for you. As Durant took the opening drive at their own 28-yard line, took it down the field in 12 plays, and scored on a 5-yard touchdown run by James. The extra point was no good, and with 7:21 remaining in the first quarter, it was 6-0 Durant. Stayed that way until 9:23 left in the first half, when Tony Wash, after a nice run by Bankhead of 32 yards, took it in from 3 yards out. The 2-point conversion was good, and Durant went up 14-0. It stayed that way. Vardaman had a couple of opportunities in the red zone but not able to find the end zone. And so at halftime, Durant leads it 14-0. And, you know, Adam, you and I talked about this. You can't count this Ram team out, and especially if you've seen the film of the Ware game. They were down even worse, 19-0 at halftime, and came out in the second half a totally different ball club. But they haven't been able to establish any type of running game tonight whatsoever.
Well, I mean, in order to do that, I mean, well, let me start over there. What I was trying to say is, you know, right now, Durant can just sit back in that pass protection, you know, throw some extra guys back in the secondary because their defensive line is getting it done. They're stop the run. And right now, Vardaman, they're going to have to make them choose, you know. I say go maybe to an option attack, you know, either have the quarterback either run it or pitch it out to either Horton if he's good to go, or Shaw, or I wouldn't mind seeing a guy like, as I talked about earlier, Harden get in there. Because, I mean, he's a good hard runner, and he's an athlete, and he's going to give you every effort he can. But right now, Vardaman's just got to find that one thing, because there's always a weakness to a team. There's no doubt. A team can't be perfect in any way to go. But this Durant team here in the first half, they proved that they're pretty close.
Well, you know, Durant is a hungry ball club, especially after last year when they went undefeated in the regular season and then lost to Mize in overtime, a heartbreaking loss, a game in which the extra point was the difference. They missed their extra point in overtime, and Mize converted theirs to win the game 14-13. So you know there was a bad taste in their mouth down in Jackson last year, and they wanted to prove that despite the fact they lost a lot of seniors that they could get back to that point. And right now they're one half away unless the Rams can rally here in the second half.
Absolutely, and another fact you got to think about, simple fact that we talked about earlier, Mize is out of it. So, I mean, that's got to give them extra hunger there, you know, like a shark smelling blood. You know, they know that defending 1A champions out of it, and that's just opening it up for everybody who can get down there. You know, there's no doubt that we will have a new 1A champion this year.
Absolutely, and let's tell you a little bit about some of the other matchups tonight. We talked about them more in depth on the coaches show earlier, but in case you missed that, in 5A tonight, Starkville travels to Vicksburg. Couple of surprising team in Vicksburg being there. I don't think anybody's surprised by the Yellow Jackets. And then, of course, down in the South, one of the classic matchups tonight between #1 ranked Brandon against perennial 5A power Moss Point. That absolutely has to be a great football atmosphere down on the coast tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe being down on the coast is a little bit warmer because, I mean, it's cold up here sitting on top. But, you know, when it comes to this part of the season, when you have classic matchups, this one right here, Durant, Vardaman, as you're talking about in the 5A matchups, you know, there's going to be a lot of people out, and the crowd's starting to slim up here. But, you know, we also have the Tri-County tournament going on, so that's probably what's doing it. But, you know, there's a lot of great matchups tonight. This is really great atmosphere, great temperature. I mean, it's rained all weekend and it's blew over. So it's just a great time to be involved in football right now.
Some of the matchups are 4A, a good matchup between Hernando and Clarksdale. Clarksdale, a team that seems to be there every year in 4A. Since they dropped from 5A, they have pretty much gone ahead and booked motel rooms in Jackson around the first part of December. And then down in the South, a couple of new teams to the state playoffs. D'Iberville battling South Pike, a team that has been down a couple of years, but they used to be power back in the 90s, and now they're back. So a big matchup down south in 4A as well. In 3A, Corinth trying to get to the state championship. Brian Brown, their talented quarterback over there, is hosting Cleveland, who only has one loss on the year. Both of those teams 12-1 on the season. And down south, a battle between Collins and Columbia. And Jamal Pittman, one of the big running backs for Columbia in that battle. 2A, of course, Ackerman, the perennial 2A power, been in the South for the last several years, moved to the North in the offseason, and now they're dominating the North much like they did the South as they'll battle Louisville Central tonight, undefeated team out of the Delta, as they'll go battle in 2A. And then the other side of the bracket down in the South, Lord Star versus Gulfport St. John. And then, of course, 1A, we've already talked about the South region, Puckett versus Pelahatchie, and that should be a good matchup. Puckett's undefeated in 1A, and Pelahatchie's a team that's been close several times in the past. They've been a team that hasn't been able to get by Mize, much like Vardaman's had trouble getting by Durant, but this year, of course, like you said, Mize is out, so they have an opportunity to take advantage and move into the state championship as well. Take a look at the crowd across the way, and these people here, Adam, they were here early tonight. We were here about hour and 20 minutes before game time, and that crowd was already beginning to pack in.
Yeah, if you don't get here at least an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, you're going to be doing good to fight for a seat. But the crowd, as you said, is starting to slim up. But it's all down there at the concession stand. It's packed down there. I want to go back to that two-way matchup you was talking about. Lloyd Star, you know, they've been a huge team that I've heard talk about on the call-in show they always have on Friday nights. And Ackerman, I had a chance to watch them play. You know, after watching them play Bruce, I don't know how anybody can beat them. I mean, they're just a team of execution. They took 3 plays. The first 3 possessions took 3 plays on each one, and they each used 1 guy on each one of them to score. So Ackerman, you know, if they were rolling that good going to the end of the season, you got to look for them to be strong there.
As Adam said, Tri-County tournament going on over in Bruce tonight. Vardaman boys are not participating because they're all out here on the football field. Most of them are. And so, but they'll have the championship games tomorrow night over in Bruce. So if you're not, if you want to see some good basketball action, then you can head on over to Bruce tomorrow night in the championship matchup. And should be some pretty good games. Most people think Bruce girls against possibly Oxford girls. That's probably the matchup that most people think will occur. And then, of course, on the other side, you got probably a matchup, a rematch between Oxford and Lafayette, a game in which Lafayette won just last Tuesday night.
Absolutely, and I'll be bringing you that action here from TV7. I'll be over there in Bruce Gymnasium, and that should be an electric atmosphere there. You know, the rematch between Oxford and Lafayette County, I'm ready for that. I mean, it was a great ball game last time. This time, they can say it's sort of even as you can get. Both teams coming in and playing on a court that neither one of us played on all year. And the Bruce girls, you know, what can you say? When you've got 5 players that can score double digits any game, it's a great luxury that Coach Stallings has over there.
We'll take a break here at halftime. Your score, Durant 14, Vardaman nothing. We'll be back with the second half kickoff in just a few moments. You're watching TV7, TV 34, your local sports connection for Ram football. Back in just a moment.
About our youth, tomorrow's future. The Weyerhaeuser Foundation has promoted educational growth through their grant, scholarship, and other resources. Weyerhaeuser salutes all of our schools, both academically and athletically. With a workforce of over 250, Weyerhaeuser remains a solid leader in our economic future. Our young people are the future, leading the way for tomorrow's growth. Weyerhaeuser Company, where money grows in trees.
Top names, low prices, great service, home folks. All of this at Bargain Warehouse in Houston. See the showroom of savings today. Big selection of Pioneer, JVC, and Jensen. Home and car stereo units. Test one today. Many car installation units available. How about the TV Center? Toshiba, Zenith, Samsung, Philips, VCRs, and big screen TVs. Top name Serta Bedding, the best mattress made. Choose from several bedroom suits. Living room suits by Stacy, Steel Creek, Hillcraft, Advantage by Lucky Star. Furniture to fit every room. 12 months, same as cash. Major cards accepted. Delivery service available. Open Monday through Saturday. Bargain Warehouse on Kyle Drive next to Walmart in Houston. '84 Lumber Company, Highway 15 North Pontotoc, with over 400 stores and a centralized buying system, customers can take advantage of our national purchasing power to save money and add more to their bottom line. Lumber, plywood, insulation, decks, trim, moldings, flooring, siding, skylights, hardware, engineered lumber, drywall, doors and windows, garages and pole barns, trusses, roofing, kitchens and baths, ventilation, and much more. Your building center for Pontotoc, '84 Lumber Company, Highway 15 North.
Dr. Bruce Longest and staff are ready to go. That is, to the ball game. They are in shape, excitement is high, and football fever's in the air. And they invite you to come along, be a part of the support team, and cheer them to victory. Bruce Family Medical Clinic on the Square in Bruce. Dr. Bruce Longest and staff. The newest place to eat is now open. Jody's Restaurant, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Kathy Brumman and staff invite you to come in and enjoy some of the finest home cooking you'll find anywhere. Begin your day with a wholesome hot breakfast to get you started. Monday through Friday, you can select from their daily buffet or any menu item. Don't forget to stop by Sunday for lunch. Remember, Jody's Restaurant will be open after all the home games, so stop by with your friends, enjoy your visit in a relaxing, informal setting. Experience country home cooking at its best. Jody's Restaurant, 983-2525.
We're back here as we get set for the second half kickoff. Don Brooks and Adam Gore here up top, and down below is Ken Johnson, Bill Morgan, and Will Morgan on the sidelines. We hope you enjoy all the sideline shots tonight as well as our up top footage. And Vardaman will get the ball to start the second half, so they'll have a chance here. And a short kick. It's going to be fielded by Mims at the 25. Mims across the way, has good running room across the 40 and knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line. So good field position again for the Rams at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 to go for the Rams here, as they'll try to come out in the second half and try to have a little deja vu like they did against Ware.
But right now they just need to find some spark to build on, you know. You can't just come out and do it all in one play, so you just got to start building on something. You know, right now, as we talked about at the halftime, you know, they sort of float back in the secondary. So right now, Vardaman's just got to try to shake it up. They picked up some positive yardage running.
1st and 10 for the Rams. They're going to go out of the I formation now, and they run it to Mims. Mims has an opening to the 50. Mims to the outside, stiff arms a man at the 45 and gets down to the 40-yard line. So a nice gain that time by Mims to the. They'll mark him down at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 17 yards on the play for Mims, and that's the first positive carry of the night for running back for Vardaman.
Well, Mims is an athlete. Mims is a player, and that's a guy like that, you know, he has great speed. He'll go full speed to the hole. If it ain't there, he's got that good bounce out speed as he just showed there.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. They give it to Horton this time, and Horton gets a nice gain down to about the 36. So pick up a 4 for Greg Horton. So some adjustments here at halftime, and Vardaman doing a better job of running the ball now, coming out of the I formation. And back-to-back good runs. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Well, Don, they're doing like I said in the first part. You know, they're not waiting for that hole to get there. As soon as they touch that ball, they're going, you know. We saw Mims bounce one out, but that's just the way he runs. But that time, Horton did a good job of getting the ball, tucking it under and falling forward. It looks for a gain of about 4 or 5.
2nd down and 6 at the 36-yard line of Durant. Offset out of the left this time with Mims and Horton in the backfield. They run that pitch sweep to Horton, trying to get the outside, and Horton can't do it. He's going to lose yardage. Good penetration by Winters that time, number 9, who came through and dropped Horton for a loss of 3.
Well, out there, Don, you know, they did a good job of taking a run to the middle, and that time they tried to bounce to the outside. I don't think you can do that in the Durant team. They just had too good a reaction on the secondary by the linebackers and too much of great speed there. Of course, having Winters back there is a big asset to be able to run guys down in that situation.
Loss of 2 back to the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8 now for the Rams. West back to throw. West has good time now. Rolls out to the right. He's going to run it. West breaks the tackle, has a 1st down inside the 30 and out of bounds. Good job at that time by West. He couldn't find anybody open, and rather than throw it into double or triple coverage, he decided to run with it, and he picked up the 1st down.
Well, Don, number 45 for the Rams that time was one that set that one open. What a huge block he had to really open up that extra 4 or 5 yard gain that time.
Pickup of 10 for West to the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st down Rams with 9:46 to go. They're on the move here, the opening drive of the second half. Trying to get back into this football game. Down only 14-0. Still a lot of time to go. A touchdown here could make it interesting. I formation, they run the option, give to Mims off the left side, and Mims takes a hard hit by Winters. And he's driven back.
By number 3, Jermaine James.
Adam, not easy not hard, I should say, to pick out the best athlete on the Durant team. It's no doubt it's Mr. Winters.
Absolutely. Mr. Winters done something just then I've never seen anybody do since I've been filming Mims. He hit him head up and took Mims down. I mean, so that said a lot right there for Mims, because usually when somebody tries to tackle Mims heads up, he's going to run right over him.
Gain of 1 to the 27. It'll be 2nd down and 9 at the 27-yard line. I formation here for the Rams. They give it to Horton off the left side, and Horton is wrapped up immediately at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go as tackle made by Jermaine James, number 3, on the stop. And they're going to give him a yard to the 26. So it will, or actually they say no gain on the play for Horton. So 3rd down and 9.
But on right now, the linebackers for Durant really bite on the play, on the handoff. So you guys got to look for a play action pass here.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 9. West back to throw. In the pocket, throws. Got a man open to Mims. It's complete. And Mims has it down to the 11-yard line. A 1st down. Gain of 15 on the play. To the 12 is where they'll mark it. 1st and 10 for the Rams.
You know, critical call play that time. Right now they're sitting in Mims really all night, because Mims has got great hands coming out of that backfield. And a lot of times you think he's an overlooked receiver, your fullback coming out, and that time Mims just runs a good route, takes and finds that opening in that secondary zone, and just takes and pulls it in, and here comes the Rams.
1st and 10 from the 12 for the Rams. They've been in this territory before, haven't been able to score. They need to do so here. Offset out of the left. Pitch sweep to Horton. Horton cuts it back in, gets a little bit of a crease, and gets it down to about the 5-yard line, it looks like. Let's see where they put it down. And they're going to put it down right on the 5, it looks like. It'll be a gain of 7 on the play for Greg Horton. So 2nd down and about 3 coming up here for the Rams.
Absolutely. Now the Rams getting able to do it down on the ground and passing. You know, that's one thing. Once you're able to run, you open up the pass, and once you're passed, you're able to open up the run and keep the defense guessing.
2nd down, 3 for the Rams.
2nd and 3 from the 5-yard line. Full house backfield. It's Mims off the left side, and Mims battling hard for yardage. And let's see where they mark it. They're going to stop the clock here. It looks like they may measure. Really hard for us to see right here. Looks like it may be a yard short. No, they're going to bring out the chains to measure. With 7:09 remaining, they'll bring out the chains. It's close. And, of course, if it's a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal.
And they are shy by a half a football.
So 3rd down and 1 for the Rams at the 3-yard line.
So Don, they had this opportunity earlier in the game. Just do the same thing you did last time. Just give it to West or try to behind the center.
About a 5th for the Rams.
Power I formation now. Mims, Shaw, and Horton all in the backfield behind West. On 3rd and 1, and it's going to be a quarterback sneak, and he didn't get much penetration, but he got into the end zone actually. Looked like he was stopped. I think West bounced off of his own offensive lineman and then was able to dive into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's what it was. He sort of bounced off of him and rolled over the top of him, I guess you can say. Sort of just like a little skipping a scone across the river or across the pond that time. Just skipped off his players that time. Either way it goes, he put 6 points on the board.
3-yard touchdown run for Brian West, and the Rams take the opening drive. 5 minutes and 5 seconds into it, and into the 2nd half now. A chance to cut it to 7 here. Guerrero in to attempt the extra point. High snap, but he line drives it through. And with 6:55 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, Vardaman cuts the lead now to 14-7. And we're going to go down now to Ken Johnson and Beal as they will see what they think from down there on the goal line.
Okay, finally, back on the board, Ken Vardaman has a great sustained drive, the real first sustained drive they had in the whole game, and get on the board 14-7, and it's so big now for the Rams here in the third quarter.
Yeah, mixed things up real well, moved the ball 65 yards, used 10 plays to do it, and West goes in from 3 yards out.
Well, with 6:55 to go in the third quarter, the Rams on the board 14-7, right back in this ball game here in the North Half Championship. Back to more upstairs.
Your toy store in Pontotoc is Babyland, located next to Hardee's on Highway 15. Full line of toys coming in. Step 2 and Fisher-Price brands, from swing sets and playhouses to motorized toys. Special orders are available. Big selection of toys just in time for the holidays. Babyland also carries top name Baby's Dream and $1 Million baby furniture. Special order any bedding. And the #1 glider, Detailie, the best rocker made. Full line of popular Avent products, bottles, and accessories. Everything for your child's needs. All major credit cards accepted. New location, same good old service. Babyland, Highway 15, next to Hardee's, Pontotoc.
To the 50-yard line, and there's Reed that comes in and makes a...
Be sure to watch the Jackie Sherrill Show Wednesday nights at 8. Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on TV 7.
They say he steps out of bounds right there on the 50, but I'd like to...
The plain Jane look? Well, times have changed, and so has eyewear. Let your eyes be the focal point of your face when you select frames by designer Ralph Lauren. Choose from a selection of the latest styles for men and women. The Ralph Lauren selection by Sofilo is now available at Bruce Eye Clinic. Bruce Eye Clinic, always seeing you at your best.
Bruce Furniture Industries, a Klausner company, is now located in their brand new state-of-the-art manufacturing facility. Bruce Furniture Industries manufactures motion furniture, which is shipped all over the world. Proud to be a part of the ever-growing furniture industry, proud to be located in Calhoun County, and proud to provide jobs for local folks. Bruce Furniture Industries is also proud to sponsor all area high school sports and takes this opportunity to wish each team the best in this new Millennium Sports year. Bruce Furniture Industries, a Klausner company in Bruce.
And here's a short kickoff to start the second half, and Durant's going to get good field position up at the 38-yard line on the short kick. Simmons on the return, and so Durant will take it here at the 38-yard line to start the first drive of the second half.
That time Simmons just caught the ball and drafted up and lowered his head and ran over a few guys and finally got tripped up.
So the Rams do the same thing they did against Ware 2 weeks ago. They come out in the second half, put some points on the board, and they have to feel better about themselves now, down only 14-7, but to see if the defense can step it up here. Here's the option. Winters into the open. Winters got some room and a good tackle there by Caleb Tedder, or else Winters would have been off to the races had he got to the corner. Gain of about, looks like about 9 yards on the play to the 47-yard line. It'll be second down and 1 yard to go.
I'll tell you what, I was totally fooled by that play that time, Don. I thought the fullback still had the ball, and all of a sudden, here comes Winters into the picture.
Second and 1 from the 47. Walsh goes in motion. Winters once again pulls it out and has the first down up to the 50.
Winters on the keeper.
Pick up a 3 on the play. And it'll be first and 10 for Durant. Well, there's no question, Winters, as we've heard a lot about this week, he's the key to the offense, and he's been the main ball carrier tonight. 16 carries now for 62 yards. And primarily, most of his running has been on the option when he has pulled it out of the fullback and kept it around the corner. Now, first and 10 at the 50. And here he goes again. Winters on the keeper. Inside to the 42-yard line, maybe the 41. 9 more yards before Burkeen able to make the stop. And it'll be 2nd and 1 coming up, and 2 injured players on the field now for the Rams. Look like Harden and Tedder both on the field here for the Rams. Both of them are slow getting up here. And so with 5:33 to go, let's take you to a break. Durant 14, Vardaman 7. We'll be back in just a moment.
Otuk Supply in Water Valley is loaded for game with a showroom full of famous name Carhartt winter apparel. Shirts, coats, coveralls, overalls, insulated and non-insulated camo suits, hunter orange caps and toboggans, camouflage hunting accessories, insulated masks and gloves, famous old man tree stands. Otuk also carries a full line of farm supplies, including Nutrina animal foods, horse saddles and accessories, livestock feed, and winter grass needs. Fencing supplies available, hydraulic supplies for loggers, all major cards accepted. Located on the bypass, Highway 7 and 315. Otuk Supply, Water Valley. Tired of the bugs? Call Tri-State Termite and Pest Control today. Our staff is trained and ready to rid you of all those small, unwanted visitors. Our work is guaranteed and cost-effective. Don't take a chance on termite damage. Tri-State will inspect your home or business now. We're in Calhoun City. Tri-State Termite and Pest Control. Call 628-6837.
At Adair Carpets, we've got it all. From wall to wall. Tile, hardwood, carpets and laminates. We've got it all from wall to wall. Low prices, expert installation, name brands. There's a large selection and 6 months same as cash. At Adair Carpet on East President, we've got it all from wall to wall.
2nd down and 1 now as Durant at the Vardaman 41-yard line. On the move again, trying to answer the Rams score. They give it to Warsh, and Warsh is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, so he did not pick up the first down, I don't believe. And it'll be 3rd down and short now for the Tigers.
Right now, Don, you know, if you're the defense of the Rams, you've got to step up huge here. 3rd down and 1. You know, he's been able to run it all night. You got to expect Winters to take it and keep it on his own here, but you've got to come up with some kind of a stop.
Winters, you would think, would keep it, and he does, and he's hitting the backfield and dropped for a loss. That was Mims who came through, and if you're the Rams right now, you have to do exactly what Mims did that time. Make him pitch the ball. I don't think he's pitched it all night long. He's kept it every time. And now Durant wants to think it over. They may go for it here on 4th and 2. It'll be a loss of 1 that time. And with the timeout, 4:34, let's tell you once again about our sponsors for tonight's football game. Tim Edmondson Farms on Highway 8 East here in Vardaman. Also Landreth Farms, Ben or Andy Landreth. Vardaman Farmers Gin Incorporated. That's Mr. Howard Morgan, Joe Edmondson, Carter Edmondson, Melissa Edmondson. Also, Gary Penick Farm Incorporated. They're growers, packers, shippers, quality sweet potatoes here in Vardaman. Also, N&W Farms. That's Randall Wright and Larry Nelson. Winters Pack and Sack. Ravis and Catherine Winter. Also, Ward Shortstop here in Vardaman. David Ward. Dugard & Son Construction. They have all your metal buildings to suit your needs. As well as Mount Supermarket. And also Martha Martin, Chancery Clerk here in Calhoun County. Glad to be bringing you Ram football here tonight. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 2. And Winters hands it off to Warsh, who has the first down, and he just powered his way down that time. Off left tackle. They played power football. Picked up 6 yards and a first down.
Right there, Don, you know, they come up with a huge 3rd down stop. But unfortunately that time, as you said, it's power football. And when you play power football, you're going to pick up 2 or 3 yards of play, and that's what they need to get done then.
1st and 10 Durant at the Vardaman 36-yard line. Power I formation now in the backfield. Look like some movement on the left side. They're going to throw it out there, and that's going to be complete down to about the 20-yard line. That's a tight end again, number 14, Gatson. On the reception. down to the 20-yard line, and so that's a gain of 16 yards and a first down.
And what can you say about that catch? That's great concentration. He was halfway wrapped up and on his way down when he pulled that one in.
I thought for a moment there that ball might hang up long enough for it to be intercepted, but like you said, a good catch there by Gaston. They give it up the middle, and the first man through powers its way for nice yardage. Inside the 10, it'll be first and goal to go as James on the carry that time takes it down to about, looks like the 8-yard line where it'll be first and goal to go, a pickup of 12 for James.
Well, Durant's changed their offense, Don. You know, Vardaman's right now has a lot of confusion getting set up on defense.
First and goal, they give it to Wash off the right side, and Wash with some positive yardage battling his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Durant, as Tony Wash with his second score of the night, an 8-yard touchdown run to get that touchdown back for the Tigers.
And they got it done by Don. Well, like I said, Vardaman's been set up to stop that option, and now they just took and switched on and went to the power, and Vardaman had a lot of confusion getting set on offense.
Big man's going to be in to try to attempt another extra point, and this time he nailed that one out into the parking lot. The kick is good, and with 3:19 remaining here in the third quarter of play, it's Durant 21, Vardaman 7. We'll take a break and be back with more here from Vardaman after this.
Another great drive there by Durant to go up 21-7. A good drive down to get it in and get up 2 touchdowns.
Yes, they used 3 minutes to drive 61 yards on 9 plays, and they answered back Vardaman's opening drive of the second half. Point of clarification, I said that the Vardaman drive was 65 yards, not 57. Quite impressive, and Durant impressive himself.
3:19 to go here in the third quarter. 21-7 Durant.
Proud to be a part of the Vardaman community and proud to be a sponsor of the Vardaman Rams football. We at Mount Supermarket appreciate and we value all of our customers. Our goal is to provide you with the best in prices and quality. The next time you are in this sweet potato capital of the world, come by and see us at Mount Supermarket, Highway 8, Vardaman. Jeff Mounts and staff wish the Vardaman Rams the best in tonight's game.
To get #1 selections in wall coverings and Benjamin Moore paint, shop CK Walls, located at 13 South Main in Pontotoc. CK Walls offers Seabrook and Warner wall coverings. If we don't stock it, we'll find it. Look through our large selection of books for that perfect look. Let our selections be your guide to a beautiful home. From children's rooms, kitchens, sports borders to interior and exterior paint. Our motto at CK Walls is, if your walls don't look good, then we don't look good. CK Walls, your Benjamin Moore dealer, Main Street in Pontotoc, call 488-9010. Otuk Supply in Water Valley is loaded for game with a showroom full of famous name Carhartt winter apparel. Shirts, coats, coveralls, overalls, insulated and non-insulated camo suits, hunter orange caps and toboggans, camouflage hunting accessories, insulated masks and gloves, famous old man tree stands. Otuk also carries a full line of farm supplies, including Nutrena animal foods, horse saddles and accessories, livestock feed, and winter grass needs. Fencing supplies available, hydraulic supplies for loggers, all major cards accepted. Located on the bypass, Highway 7 and 315. Otuk Supply, Water Valley. Holiday shopping is easy this year with one visit to Brad's Electronics in Pontotoc, an authorized agent of Dish Network. Choose from 2 great plans. Plan 1, digital home plan featuring free system and free installation. Plan 2, I Like 9 plan. Buy the system and get America's top 100 channels for $9 a month for a full year. All of your favorite channels and more. plus several pay-per-view channels available. Brad's also carries car audio systems. Full installation available. See our audio showroom where you feel the music. Auto alarm system also installed. Open Monday through Saturday 9 to 6. All major cards accepted. Brad's Electronics, located at the four-way stop across from Walmart in Pontotoc. And remember, shop Pontotoc first.
We're back here at Carter Field as Durant able to answer the Rams' opening touchdown. And now let's see if Vardaman can come back. Here's Mims again on the return. And Mims again is going to give the Rams good field position out at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rams. So the Rams put together an excellent drive to start the second half, but then Durant came right back and answered, and they just absolutely, once they got that 4th down and 2, they just pounded the ball right after that, right up the middle. One good pass that time, but mostly on the ground all the way down the field for a score.
Absolutely. I mean, like going in the break, we was talking about the confusion on the defense of Vardaman. That's what it took by Durant. You know, saw that Vardaman was able to stop that little option, and they switched over the offense. This just shows how versatile they are.
1st and 10 from the 39. They hand it off to Mims, and Mims is dropped. Good penetration that time by the defensive line of the Durant Tigers. And they're going to actually push it back for a loss of 1 to the 38-yard line for Mims.
They tried a little misdirection that time, but as you said, that defensive line of Durant is amazing. I mean, they're just simply just taking over this ball game.
Vardaman's out of the hole now. Finally, 12 yards rushing on the night. They were minus 29 at halftime, so they did turn it around on that last drive. 2nd and 11. Play action. West swings it out. Got a man open. That's Mims. Mims 45, 50. Cuts it back to the 45. Mims into the open. Inside the 25 to the 21-yard line goes Jason Mims. And that's going to be a gain of 40 yards on the play. Pick up a 40, and it's a Ram 1st down, and that's when you get in trouble, you go the old bread and butter swing pass to Jason Mims, and that one really worked, and a great RAC yards that time for Mims running after the catch. He turned it into a nice play.
Ask me, do it again, set good to the opposite side this time.
1st and 10 at the 21 for the Rams. 2:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. Mims in the backfield with Horton. They give it to Mims off the left side, not much there, as he was dropped almost immediately. Jermaine James led the charge. It'll be a loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11.
So right now, you know, it's like Vardaman was able to come out and run a little bit in the second half, but now the defense has stepped up for Durant, and keeping those running yards is still very low for Vardaman.
Updated passing yards on Brian West. He's now 9 out of 22 for 120 yards. West hands it off, 2nd man through. Horton not able to get much that time as well. And he might have got to the 20. Actually, they're going to say inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 2 to the 19. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Gain of 2 on the play, bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Rams.
3rd and 9 here for the Rams in 4-down territory with under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. West back to throw. Looking out in the flat again to Mims, who dropped it that time. Mims was trying to run before he caught it that time. And he was possibly heard some footsteps. Tried to turn and run and not able to watch it in and haul that one in, incomplete pass.
Well, I think after he turned around and saw who those footsteps were coming from, he feels sort of foolish because number 81 was the guy putting the heat on him that time. Of course, you know, don't count me out. I'm a little guy. They can put a pop on you, but I think Mims might have won that head-to-head battle.
4th down and 9, and the Rams will go for it here with 40 seconds to go in the 3rd. Big play right here in this football game. 3 wide receivers to the near side. They swing it out to Mims. Mims to the 15, to the 10. 1st down inside the 5, still on his feet. Touchdown, Jason Mims. What a great run by Jason Mims. He took a hard hit, spun right off of it and landed in the end zone for the touchdown. A 19-yard touchdown pass from West to Mims, and the Rams are on the board again.
And what a play by West. I mean, we talked about him earlier. He's a player. He's going to come out and play every night. And that right there is just a pure athletic play by the Rams.
So now Guerrero will once again try to cut it back to 7 with 30 seconds to go. And the kick, another line drive, is good. And so the Rams answer again with a touchdown of their own. And now let's see if the defense can stand up tall. 21-14, Durant on top. Let's go back down to the field.
30 seconds to go in the third quarter play. Ken, Vardaman comes right back down. A huge play by Mims. 50-something yard gain. They answer 21-14. They're right back in the game again.
Yeah, excellent job. 51-yard pass completion and 19-yard runs. Really used Mims, and Vardaman really fought back. Good job. 21-14 as we're about to end the third quarter.
Great play by Vardaman to get back in the game. 21-14. What a great ball game here, almost through 3 quarters of play. Back with more in a moment.
And bringing you the playoff game tonight from Vardaman, Tim Edmondson Farms, 628-4976. Also, Vardaman Farmers Gin Incorporated. Go Trent and Cody. Gay Peanut Farms Incorporated in Vardaman, 682-7469. By N&W Farms Incorporated, call 682-7961. Winners Pack and Snack down on Main Street there in Vardaman. Also bringing you the game, Ward shortstop, David Ward and staff, Jeff Mounts and all the staff at Mounts Supermarket in Vardaman, H&H Insulation, 682-7578. By Landreth Farms, 682-7143. Dugan Son Construction, 983-4324. By Martha Martin, Chancery Clerk of Calhoun County. CC Farms, Stephen and Danny Bailey. Also brought to you by Winter Insurance, James Winter, Winter Insurance and Associates, representing over 25 companies. Prior Funeral Home, John Burton Family in Calhoun City. Houston Truck Center, Joe and Clarice Blaylock in Houston. Adams and Mahan Spanish Mustangs, 682-7428. And by Bobby Emmons and staff at Emmons Tax Service on Main Street. Winter fashions have never looked better, and the House of Styles and Bruce is proud to bring you, their valued customers, the latest styles by the most popular designers. Dresses and pantsuits by Nicole Studio of New York. Selections of Corette separates in all new fall colors. Just arriving at the House of Styles, Fashions by City Girl. Complete line of fashionable handbags, scarves, and jewelry. Everything you need to make your winter wardrobe complete. This holiday season, visit the House of Styles, south of the Square in Bruce, where quality and value go hand in hand.
Tony Shaw to kick off. Tony Walsh deep.
Here's the kickoff, a little short kick, and it's going to be fielded up at the 35. And Durant's going to have good field position again at about the 40-yard line. Vardaman has kept it away from Tony Walsh tonight. They haven't wanted to kick it deep to him and give him a chance to return it.
Tony Shaw on the stop.
And Durant's going to get the football at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 to go.
Well, this is where you got to come up big now. I mean, the defense, there's no doubt. You got it back within 7 with the offense. It's all on the defense's shoulders here, and we're trying to see if Harden's back in the ball game, and I don't see him anywhere.
1st and 10 here for Durant. Let's see what they try to do here. Power I formation from the 40. And Winters hands it off to the fullback, and that is James. And James gets out to the 42-yard line for a pickup of 2.
The time Armstrong on the tackle for the Rams did a good job. You know, he's a little guy, but he just wrapped his arms up around his legs and took the wheels out from under him, and he couldn't go.
3 on the play, bring up 2nd down and 7.
That'll probably be the final play here in the third quarter. Into the third quarter of play. Your score, the Durant Tigers 21, Vardaman Rams 14. We're 12 minutes away from one of these two teams heading to the 1A state championship. And now we'll take it back down here to Ken and Bill as they'll get us ready for the fourth quarter.
Guys, as we start fourth quarter play, the end of the third, 21-14, Ken. Vardaman has stepped it up here in the second half of play, got themselves back in this ball game. 7 points just a moment ago to get them right back in at 21-14.
Yeah, 2 possessions, 2 scores. They changed things at halftime and really got things going in the third quarter.
They've stepped it up on defense, and Mills really getting some big plays for Vardaman.
7 yards on the last drive alone.
Back to more Carter Field after we have this break. Stay with us.
Bring your Christmas list to the Gold Exchange in Calhoun City. There's something for everyone. Beautiful selection of gold and silver jewelry, earrings, engagement rings, wedding bands, dinner rings, necklaces, bracelets. Select a gift that will make a lasting impression. The Gold Exchange invites you to see their new shipment of lamps, candles, and wind chimes. New items by Camille Beckman and home decor by CBK Ltd. All you have to do is visit the Gold Exchange in Calhoun City to make Christmas shopping easy. The Gold Exchange on the square in Calhoun City. All major cards accepted.
Where can I find the newest fashions in formal wear? Ask the question and we have the answer. Bonnie's Pageant and Formal Wear in Bruce, one of the largest selection of gowns in this area. We invite you to take a look. Jessie is modeling a one-shoulder peacock blue formal, featuring an iridescent rhinestone point and a chiffon drape, which completes this gown. Kristen models a white strapless two-piece formal with flowing train, overall leaf design beading, and trumpet skirt. Kristen wears a matching choker and earrings. Laura is the lovely lady in red in this strapless gown with a floral design beaded top and sweetheart neckline, enhanced by a flowing train. For all your special occasions, Bonnie's Pageant and Formal Wear has just the right dress. Located on Highway 32 East in Bruce.
We're back, everyone, here to Carter Field as we start the fourth quarter, and power running again for James, and James has a first down into Vardaman territory to the 46-yard line. Jermaine James on the carry, and he's able to carry at that time for a pickup of 11 yards and a first down.
Barry came up with a stop that time, but Vardaman's got to do something up front. You know, they've just got to get some stops, and they've got to stop this attack from Durant. You know, Durant said, listen, you try to stop our option, we'll just run over the top of you.
Power I formation from the 46. And they give it to Warsh, and Warsh is into the open. Fumble on the play. It's loose, and he got it back. Huge break that time for Durant. It popped right back to Warsh. Shaw had the best chance to pick it up, but he was able to, it bounced right back to him, and so a pickup of 14 yards for Warsh on the carry.
And that time the ball wasn't slapped out from anything from behind. Warsh just sort of, I guess, saw a lot of yardage in front of him and forgot about carrying the ball. And unfortunately for the Rams that time, couldn't come up with the ball.
First and 10 at the 32, 31-yard line. Warsh again has some running room, and finally he's going to be dropped, but I think he has another first down. Mims was trying to strip him that time from behind, but Warsh, another strong run, takes it down to the 20-yard line, 21-yard line, a gain of 10. First and 10 to go here for Durant.
Looks like Warsh might have got away with a little bit of a movement in the backfield right before, because he went to set down and he sort of took a step forward, and we got a guy checking in the ball game late also is number 5.
Warsh, who was pretty quiet in the first half, only had 13 yards. He now has 51, so 38 here in the second half. Warsh in motion again. This time it's Winters. Winters has an opening up the middle, spins his way down inside the 10 to about the 7. Pierce made the stop, but it's first and goal. Durant down around the 7-yard line. They'll mark him at the 8. First and goal at the 8, a pickup of 12 that time for Winters. Winters is closing in now on a 100-yard night. He is 19 carries for 82 yards. Rams need a big stop here. First and goal at the 8. They give it to Warsh, and Warsh a big opening, and he dives into the end zone. Touchdown again for Warsh, his 3rd of the night. 8-yard touchdown run for Tony Warsh, and Durant comes right back to answer. All 4 possessions of the second half have resulting in a touchdown for both teams.
You know, the offense stepped it up for Vardaman, but the defense so far still lacking.
There's a punt free to take the point after.
Extra point is good, and so with 9:56 remaining in the football game, Durant once again up by 14. It's now 28-14. Durant leads it, and we'll take it back down to the field.
To go in the game, 28-14. Durant comes right back down, answers the score Vardaman had. This turned into kind of a score fest, Ken.
It really has. It took only 5 plays for Durant to cover the 60 yards.
Very fast drive down, and Durant back on top by 2 touchdowns. Now back to Moore.
Fit your needs. At Union Planters Bank here in Houston, we like to say yes to home improvement loans, conventional, fixed, and adjustable rate mortgage loans, second mortgages, personal loans, home equity, auto, student, small business, and commercial loans. Whatever the need, Union Planters has the right loan, giving you the advantage to fulfill your dreams. Call or come by our main bank or Northgate branch today. Union Planters, we have the solution.
Member FDIC.
They travel from miles around to eat at Abbeville Catfish. Whether it's Butch's Big Buffet, seafood, or the best steak in the area, Abbeville Catfish is the place to go the next time you dine out. The buffet has all your favorite items, from ribs to chicken to catfish and shrimp. Let them cater your next event. They're open every Wednesday through Saturday at 4:30. Abbeville Catfish, Highway 7, Abbeville.
If you want your car or truck to stand apart in the crowd and make a bold statement about you, then your first stop should be at Custom Auto Accessories. Located at 205 6th Avenue in Houston, Mississippi, Custom Auto Accessories has everything you'll need to transform your vehicle into a street machine. We have a complete line of chrome wheels, performance tires, gold and chrome grills, fog lights, and much, much more. That's Custom Auto Accessories, the home of chrome. Highland Wholesale Furniture will save you money on your next furniture purchase. Choose from one of the largest selections assembled in one spot. Bedroom suites from Wild Rose, Hardin, Jimson, Samuel Lawrence, and more. They have living room furniture in many styles, colors, and brand name manufacturers. Highland Wholesale Furniture is loaded with dining room sets ready for you to take your pick. Financing available, MasterCard and Visa. Located on Highway 8, 3.5 miles west of Houston, Mississippi. Come see us for all your furniture needs. Highland Wholesale Furniture.
Here's the kickoff. It's going to be fielded by Horton. Horton into the open, gets it out to the 37-yard line. So good field position again here for the Rams.
Stop by number 48, Kendall Simmons. First and 10 round.
28-14 Durant, and you just cannot keep trading touchdowns with this team, because eventually the time is going to run out. 9:48 remaining in this football game. Rams need to go down and score again and score in a hurry right here. First and 10 from the 37-yard line. They give it to Horton, and Horton is tripped up after a gain of only 1 to the 38-yard line.
Stop by Winter.
You know, Don, I can't help but think, you know, when you're playing a video game, you know, you find this one play that works against the defense. You know, you just keep playing it, you keep going, and you keep going to that play until they stop it. You know, you hate to throw the ball that many times, run that play that many times in a row, but I say just keep going to the bread and butter, because Durant really has not had anybody near that play. The only time it's been stopped is the only time that they dropped the pass.
2nd and 9 here at the 38. There it is. It looked like they were trying to set that up, but West slipped. And he's going to be sacked for a loss back at the 38 5-yard line. So a loss of 4 rather on the play.
Loss of 5 on the play, bring up 3rd down, 13 for the Rams.
So it'll bring up 3rd down, 13 yards to go. From the 34-yard line, 8:39 to go in the football game. West back to throw, looking left all the way now, trying to get out of the pocket, being chased, flagged down, and he's hit from behind, fumbles the football, and Durant has it. And the penalty marker may be against against Vardaman for holding, and so Durant recovers at the Vardaman 29-yard line. Second turnover of the night for the Rams. It is holding against the Rams, and it'll be declined.
Tiger ball.
And once again, Don, you know, West just taking a little too much time to make the decisions, you know. I guess this Durant type of defensive line and linebacker core, you know, you can't do that. You just got to take and get rid of that ball as soon as you see the guy open.
First and 10. Tigers.
And you sure don't want to give Durant a short field.
So first down for Durant at the 29-yard line of Vardaman. Power I formation. And movement along the defensive line for Vardaman. They were off sides. So that'll be a free 5-yard penalty mark off. Free 5 yards coming up here for Durant.
Rams. 5-yard penalty, bring up first down 5.
First and 5 at the 24-yard line. They give it to Warsh. And once again, some positive yardage for Warsh as he's down close to the first down marker. At about the 20-yard line, he may be a yard short.
Shot by Jonathan Denley along with Jason Mills.
Well, you got to give both coaches staffs credit for making some halftime adjustments, but you know, first half it was all winners on the option. Second half, Durant has been going mostly with a power running game with Tony Warsh. 2nd and 1 at the 21. This time it's James, and James into the open. He's got some running room, and a first down to about the 13-yard line. A gain of 8 for Jermaine James. And it'll be another 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
And that play works every time with James, you know, just to give up the middle. He'll just do like a little hop step like they're going to run to the outside, and then he just uses that speed. He's got great speed just straight up the field in that time and picking up positive yardage.
First and 10 Tigers on the Ram 14-yard line.
Durant over 200 yards on the ground here tonight. Here's the quarterback keeper Winners, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Durant. 14-yard run, 13-yard run for Winners, who now has 95 yards rushing on the night. And that might have put this one in the bag for the Tigers here, up now 34-14 with the extra point pending.
Well, 7:17 to go in the game, and, you know, we talked about Vardaman's explosive offense, and it hadn't been there all night, really, as there was a blocked field goal, that time blocked by number 4 for Vardaman. So there's a spark. They've got to build on that. Actually, they've got to build on anything.
So Winners, with the 13-yard touchdown run, has given the Tigers the lead now 34-14. And we'll take you back down to the field of Bill and Ken.
.17 to go in the game, 34-14. Durant taking a 20-point lead, and Ken getting the turnover. Vardaman had the turnover there, and Durant able to capitalize.
Yeah, after forcing turnover, took only a few plays, and they moved it right down the field to open up a 20-point lead.
Against a great team, you can't have a whole lot of these turnovers because they're going to capitalize on it. Now they've really put it to 20 points. Tough. It's going to be tough for Vardaman to come back.
Very tough.
7:17 to go in the fourth quarter. Back with more.
Bancourt South, Bruce, Houston, and Vardaman locations.
Whether company is coming to dinner or you are planning a cookout, there is no need to fuss and fret over the meal. Leave all the work to Grocer's Pride in Houston. They specialize in every type of party trays, and you can even customize your own by selecting what you want. Decorative meat, vegetable, and fruit trays, custom-cut steak trays, shish kebab trays. Take the work out of entertaining. Everything you need to be a successful hostess is just a call away. Grocer's Pride, Highway 8 West in Houston, takes pride in the quality of service they provide. Go by today.
Roland's True Value in Houston, offering the best in Weatherall and Easy Care paints. Weatherall exterior latex satin gives exterior siding and trim a rich satin finish that lasts. High hiding finish sheds dirt and dust. Easy Care interior latex spatter resistant semi-gloss offers a durable, scrubbable finish for interior walls and trim. Quick drying, easy cleanup. Save $1 a gallon when you buy the 5-gallon pail. 20-year warranty. Check out the Easy Care latex primer and sealer. Full wall of painting supplies. 2 names you've come to trust, Roland's and True Value. Check them out today. Houston.
Their dealership.
Number 1, 7:17 to go in the football game. Durant now has opened up a 34-14 lead. Another short kickoff goes to Mims in the middle of the field. And Mims is going to swing it across the way at about the 37, 38-yard line. And so the Rams will go on offense once again here at the 37-yard line. Only 7:09 remaining, down 3 touchdowns here. They have to score and score in a hurry right here.
Yeah, score in a hurry might be an understatement there, Don, because as you said, down 3 touchdowns, they've got to get something going here quick. And you got to think now they've got to totally abandon the run and see if they can't get anything happening through the air.
So 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 Rams on their own 37-yard line.
3 wide receiver package here. Mims, your lone setback. They give it to Mims, who's got an open to the 40. Mims to 45, 50. He's into the open and finally dropped at the 48-yard line of Durant. 15-yard gain, or 14-yard gain as they moved it back to the 49. So 14 yards on the carry that time for Jason Mims.
That's a good job by Mims that time. You know, you got to think Horton's still hobbled with that leg, so you had to expect Mims to come in and play a huge ball game, and he's done that tonight, no doubt.
Of course, Horton's also dealing with the flu as well, so not 100% healthy tonight. There's a long post pattern overshot intended for Hamilton, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 now from the 49.
I think he was just throwing that one down because usually whenever you see a quarterback, give credit to West. West is a good quarterback. You know, he's got a good, strong arm. But that time, I think he was just throwing that one because, I mean, that was nowhere near his receiver.
10 out of 25 for 139 yards in the air tonight for Vardaman. Rushing the football 19 yards on the night in that department. Been just the opposite for Durant. Most of their yards rushing, only 32 passing. Shotgun for West. He's back in the pocket. Throws it out to flat, and that's into double coverage, incomplete. Burial was out there, but good coverage by the Tiger defense that time. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
And once again, West goes to the ground. You know, every time he's throwing the ball, he's taking some kind of contact tonight. You know, that's what it takes by a defensive line to get back there and hit the quarterback at least every time he throws the ball. Because that's going to be in the back of his mind when he lets it release. It's like he knows he's going to get hit.
Third and 10 from the Durant 49-yard line. 6:28 to go on the game clock. West under center here. Back to throw. Quick pass out in the flat. Going to be incomplete right through the hands of Pierce, who once again, we talked earlier, tried to run before he hauled it in. It'll be 4th down and 10 now.
There right there, you know, West finally had an open receiver, threw him a good pass, and whenever you get the ball dropped like that, you know, that's just disheartening right there. And, you know, West right now, throwing the ball needs anything positive going for him.
So 4th and 10, and it's most likely your ball game right here. I want to know, Adam, how you can throw 3 consecutive incomplete passes and the ball moves forward to the 48.
We'll take it.
They got the ball down at the 48-yard line, but it still should be 4th and 10. West back to throw. Now he's going to hit as he threw. Let's see if it doesn't matter if it's incomplete or fumble. Durant's going to have the football. And they're going to rule it a fumble. And so Durant recovers at the 47-yard line of Vardaman. So the 3rd turnover of the night by the Rams, and the 2nd fumble on back-to-back drives here by West. And so the Tigers now take over the football and are pretty much in control of this football game now with only 6:10 remaining.
Well, right now for the Tigers, their main objective is put points on the board, earn respect, and put fear in the team coming in next week if they're able to hold on to this ball game, as you see there with their original setup.
From the 47-yard line, here's Winters again on the option. He slipped and fell at the 46-yard line after a gain of 1. Well, Winters now is just 4 yards shy of a 100-yard rushing now. 21 carries for 96 yards on the evening. Actually, they're going to give him 2 yards on that, so he's 3 yards shy. Second and 8 at the 45. And Winters again will keep, and this time he's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Preston McGregor, number 56, came through that time, read it perfectly, dropped him for no gain on the play.
Right now, Vardaman's got to try to strip the ball. They want to make sure to make the tackle first, but they got to try to strip the ball, poke it loose, anything, get that ball back, because that clock is rolling right now. And if they have any hopes of getting back in this, they got to get the ball back.
Clock runs down to 5 minutes to go in the game now. 3rd down from the 45-yard line, 3rd and 8. Winters to throw. He throws a wobbly pass and is intercepted by Shaw. Shaw back the other way, the 35, the 40, 45. Shaw is all the way down to the 45-yard line in Durant territory. And I have to question that call by Durant. You got this game in control. Why do you want to throw it?
Absolutely. Like I said, right now, all Durant was going to try to do was sit there and try to prove a point. You know, next week saying, hey, listen, you know, they got the little bit of the big hit, I guess you can say there, Don, and tried to air that one out, trying to go for the big play still. And 4:41 left in the ball game. You know, that's stretching it to say Vardaman can come back. But, you know, we've seen Vardaman this year and what kind of offense they have. And, you know, I have seen crazier things happen.
Nobody in the backfield now as West will go out of the shotgun at the 46-yard line. Swings a pass out to Pierce, who this time hauls it in, but a good tackle that time. Number 81, Newman, came up and made a nice open field tackle at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play.
Well, Don, you know, I have to question the decision making on that play there. You know, you've got 4:25 to go on the clock running. You want to get positive yardage and try to see if you can't pick up a big chunk or pick up a big play and get a quick score. I mean, you've got to gamble in this type of ball game now, trailing as big as you are.
I think what Coach Bray was hoping at time was that they could throw that little quick pass out, he could break a tackle and turn it into a big gain, and that would have happened had Newman not made such a good tackle. They got 4-man defensive front, everybody back in the secondary. There's a nice pass out to Mims, but not able to haul it in, as might have led him just a little bit on that out pattern to Jason Mims, and so it will bring up 3rd down and 10. Well, Adam, assuming that Vardaman does not come back, we will have our all-area coaches show coming up here in a couple of weeks, the All TV 17. We'll be looking forward to that. It'll be quite a few Rams on there, I would think. And we'll kick right into high gear in the basketball as well. Not over yet, though. Here's Berry out in the flat. Berry tries to spin away from Winters, but not able to do so, and he is knocked out of bounds well short of the 1st down, as they'll mark him out at the 43, a gain of 4 on the play.
Gain of 4 on the
So 4th down and 6 coming up. That was a 30th pass of this game for Brian West. He's now 12 out of 30 for 143 yards. 4th and 6 right here. This pretty much your ball game if the Rams don't make it here. Durant can get the ball back and run off the clock probably. Here's the West under pressure, slings it incomplete down the sidelines. Had to get rid of it. Tried to hit Tony Shaw, but he was nailed from behind that time, and West is still on the ground as he took a huge blow by Norman Johnson, number 89, who came through and made the hit. And so the Tigers take over the football at the 43.
And that time, Don, you know, he come untouched. As you said, it was a big shot that time. And you hear the celebration below us going, and that's just been the case the whole night. Vardaman just couldn't get any big breaks.
Well, Durant's going to go to the state championship for the 2nd year in a row, and like you said, they are, like we talked about, they're hungry after losing last year when they really didn't feel like they were going to lose as a penalty marker down. They had blown everybody out pretty much the entire regular season. And went down to Mize, or played Mize in Jackson. And Mize pulled it off in overtime, 14-13. Penalty is against Durant. So they will back them up 5 yards from the line of scrimmage back to the 38-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Don, there's one thing I guess I could say for Winters right there. I just like what I just saw. You know, he had guys over here celebrating on the sideline with the fans, and you know, he just went over there, jerked the guy around, and said, "Let's play football." You know, even though it's still 3:34 left in there, you know, you have the right to celebrate. But I mean, that just shows good team leadership by the quarterback.
1st and 15 now, back to the 38. They give it to James. James breaks a tackle in the backfield, gets it back up to the 42.
James, the ball carrier.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Preston McGregor along with Jonathan Bentley.
Well, Bill will probably try to catch up with head coach Mark Bray at the end of this one, and then we'll give you some final stats and wrap up the football season with what has been another good season. The expanded playoffs this year saw a lot of the area teams make it to the playoffs, and Vardaman Rams for the 2nd straight year all the way to the North State Championship, but not able to beat a good Durant team. Here's a nice run by the fullback. He's got another 1st down, I believe. He's close to it around the 47-yard line. Kendall Simmons on the carry. Pickup of about 11 yards, and it's not enough for the 1st down, though.
10 yards on the play, bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Tigers.
.219 to go. Vardaman still has all of their timeouts yet left, as Wash is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, and I'm not sure if he got it or not. Tony Wash hit hard by a host of the Rams, and he didn't get it. No gain on the play for Tony Wash. It'll be 4th down and a yard.
So right now, I guess you could say the story getting it done for the rest of the ball game is sort of just an execution for Durant. And I guess you hate to say it this way, but prepare for next week.
Minute and a half to go now, and it's a fumble that's snapped in the backfield, so Winters is surrounded and dropped, and so Vardaman will take over the football. Let's see where they put it down at. The line of scrimmage was the 47, and they're going to mark it all the way back to the 48. Loss of 5 on the play for Winters. So Winters not going to get the 100-yard marker, it doesn't look like tonight. But Adam, I'm going to have to go with Jermaine Winters, a player of the game, both offensively, made some big hits defensively as well. Looks like he's going to end up with 23 carries for 92 yards on offense.
Absolutely. I mean, that's no doubt in the mind who the player of the game is right now. And right now, if I'm the coaching staff, I mean, that's a valuable player. You want to take him out. You don't want any kind of freak accident to take him out for that state championship game.
Long is now in at quarterback. Matt Long replaces Brian West. Long's going to swing it out to Horton, and Horton is met immediately and dropped after a gain of maybe 2 yards to Greg Horton.
Gain of 2, bring up second down 8.
Well done, you know, this ball game easily over with. You know, just throw some long balls, see if you can't put some more points on the board to make this game respectable.
2nd and 8 now at the 46-yard line. Shotgun, Long back to throw in the pocket. Pump fakes a couple of times. Now he's going to run it. And Long gets down to the 40-yard line. Not a first down, though, so the clock will continue to roll now. Under a minute. Pickup of 6 for Matt Long. Vardaman going to a huddle here. Not sure why they're doing that, but now they'll break it with 30 seconds to go.
Gain of 4 yards on the play. Bring up third down 4. 4 around.
Shotgun for Matt Long. 20 seconds to go in the ball game. Back to throw in the pocket now. He's going to run again. Long has a first down. 35-30 into the open. 25, and he lowers his head to the 21-yard line. That'll stop the clock.
Stop by number 32.
Matt Long picked up 19 yards on the play. Rams have a first down at the 21-yard line.
Remind everyone, no one allowed on the field after the ball game.
And that's right there. It's pretty much going to do it, Don.
Yeah, the Rams aren't even going to run another play, and that's going to be your ball game. Your final score, the Durant Tigers 34, Vardaman Rams 14, and so the Durant Tigers are heading to the state championship for the 2nd year in a row to either play Puckett or Pelahatchie. We'll take a break here as the Tigers win it over the Rams, 34-14, and we'll be back with some final stats for you in just a few moments. Stay with us.
Top names, low prices, great service, home folks. All of this at Bargain Warehouse in Houston. See the showroom of savings today. Big selection of Pioneer, JVC, and Jensen. Home and car stereo units. Test one today. Many car installation units available. How about the TV Center? Toshiba, Zenith, Samsung, Philips, VCRs, and big screen TVs. Top name Serta bedding. The best mattress made. Choose from several bedroom suits. Living room suits by Stacy, Steel Creek, Hillcraft. Advantage by Lucky Star. Furniture to fit every room. 12 months, same as cash. Major cards accepted. Delivery service available. Open Monday through Saturday. Bargain Warehouse on Kyle Drive next to Walmart in Houston. The new 84 Lumber Company, Highway 15 North in Pontotoc, the largest privately held supplier of building materials in the U.S., and now in Pontotoc, providing enthusiastic, personalized, one-on-one service to each and every customer. With over 400 stores and a centralized buying system, customers can take advantage of their national purchasing power to save money and add more to their bottom line. 84 Lumber offers blueprint estimates within 24 hours. They also deal with materials lists and sketches. Fast and available delivery service to the job site. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 8 to 5. 84 Lumber Company, Highway 15 North, Pontotoc.
Are you feeling the money crunch and you need cash quick? Then Quick Cash in Houston is the answer for you. Vicki and Rhonda have over 15 years combined experience in the loan and finance business, and they welcome you to come in and visit with them. Whether it is summer vacation, a new car, spring home improvements, or just plain extra cash, Quick Cash is waiting and ready to help meet your financial needs. Be sure and ask about convenient monthly payments on title loans. Remember, it's easy at Quick Cash, located at 802 East Madison in Houston. Quick Cash.
A&A Electrical Supply is your complete electrical supply center, supplying electrical products for commercial, industrial, residential buildings, and manufactured homes. Full line of fluorescent bulbs. A&A Electrical Supply not only has the electrical products, they have the experience. If in doubt, consult with owner Walter Archer about electrical requirements. A&A Electrical Supply, 321 East Washington Street in Houston. Call 456-3739.
Welcome back, everyone, as the Durant Tigers are the North champions again. They'll head down to Jackson to try to win a state championship. And let's take a look at some final stats for you tonight. First of all, for the Tigers, Jermaine Winters carried it 23 times tonight. He was our player of the game for 92 yards. On the night, the leading rusher, 2 carries for 19 yards for Kendall Simmons. Tony Wash, who was a big factor in the second half, carried 11 times for 63 yards, 3 touchdowns on the evening. Jermaine James, 6 carries for 42 yards. Jeffrey Bankhead, 3 carries for 34 yards, and Corey Young carried once for 2 yards. Total rushing yards for Durant, 252 yards. Passing, Winters was 3 out of 8 for 32 yards. And total offense for the Tigers, 284 yards on the night. For the Rams, tough night for Greg Horton as he carried the ball 11 times for 10 yards. Brian West on the night carried it 10 times for minus 20 yards. Jason Mims, 7 carries for 29 yards. Matt Long, 2 carries for 25 yards. 44 yards rushing on the night for the Rams. Brian West on the night completed 12 out of 31 for 143 yards. Matt Long was 1 out of 2 for 2 yards. And total passing was Long was actually 1 out of 1 for 2 yards. 189 yards of total offense, 44 rushing, 145 passing. 4 turnovers on the night for Durant, 3 for Vardaman. And Durant able to beat the Rams for the 2nd straight year by the final score of 34-14. And Adam, just some final thoughts. First of all, Rams came out second half, offensively put together back-to-back touchdowns, but just could not stop Durant when they had to at this point of the game.
Well, I guess you could say the key factor to come into this game tonight was the simple fact that, you know, we knew they had a young offensive line, and Durant, that's what makes their team. You know, in 1A you don't see very many strong offensive lines either way, but when you have a great defensive line like Durant does, you're going to be 14-0 at the end of the season.
So Durant, congratulations to them as they are the North 1A champions, and they'll travel down to Jackson next week. So the football season comes to a close. We look forward to bringing you the all TV7 football team. Take us a couple of weeks to get that going, and then we will be back with you for that here between now and Christmas, and we'll also have lots of basketball for you. Bruce Lady Trojans are undefeated, off to another good start, and we'll have lots of Calhoun County basketball action for you here before the Christmas break, and then a whole lot more in January. So for Bill Morgan, Ken Johnson, Will Morgan, Adam Gore, Don Brooks saying so long from Carter Field in Vardaman. Once again, Durant 34, Vardaman 14. So long, everyone. We'll see you next time.
One more time with Porter Casey, and of course he's Coach Casey here from Vardaman, his son. Porter, congratulations are in order from TV7. You got the head coaching job at Shannon, the Shannon Red Raiders. You've been there, I know, for an assistant for quite some time, and had a great mentor there, and you're going to take over a great program.
Sure did. Great opportunity for me. I really looking forward to it. I feel fortunate to have had the opportunity to work with Mike Scott for 6 years now. Just really excited about the opportunity.
I tell you, Coach Scott, that'll be some big shoes to fill, but I know you've done a great job there, assisting him, coaching there. Got a lot of athletes coming back. I know you're excited about the opportunity, and of course you'll begin to already get into the program and start doing things here right off the bat, I'm sure.
One advantage that I'll have is already knowing the people that we have, familiar with their abilities. That'll help me a lot getting started.
It's always good to see a Calhoun County and right here from the Vardaman area to go and advance himself. And Shannon is a tradition-rich program, and I know the pressure will be there to win. Of course, having people like Ken Tops doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt, but unfortunately he was a senior.
Right. Well, I tell you, I know you're going to have a great career there. And how long have you been at Shannon?
I've been there 6 years.
6 years. We'll look forward to some great games. We covered Shannon a couple times this year when they played against Oxford and Lafayette, and we'll look forward to seeing you next year. And Porter, congratulations on the hiring the new Shannon head coach.
Appreciate it.
Well, Ken, another disappointing loss for Coach Mark Bray. 34-14, Durant wins the North Half State Championship for the second year in a row. Same team eliminates Vardaman, so you got to thank Coach Bray. Next year, we'll be thinking about Durant already, but very disappointing loss tonight. Vardaman did get some points on the board, able to get something going there in the third quarter. Looked like we're going to have a tight game, but Durant, too much tonight for Vardaman.
Yeah, too much, especially on the offensive side. They were able to pound the ball. They have a solid team. There's no doubt after the night why they're undefeated, and they played in the state championship game last year, and we'll go to Jackson next week to try to win that state championship.
Right, it eluded them last year. They lost the game to Mize, so they'll try to go back and win their state championship this year. But Vardaman will have to regroup, come back next year. They don't lose very many seniors on this team. They're going to have most of the role players back. They'll be back next year strong and ready to go again. But a very disappointing night, I know, for Coach Mark Bray. Like we said, last year losing to Durant, this year losing at home has to be tough.
Yeah, it does have to be. It is tough, but they finished a good year at 12-2, and a lot of teams would like to be in the position they are tonight.
Well, that'll wrap it up for the 2001 football season on TV7. 34-14, Durant wins it over Vardaman. We're going to close it out from down here on the field. Thanks to all of our sponsors that brought you the game. Fine sponsors here from the Vardaman and surrounding areas. For William Morgan, Don Brooks, Adam Gore, Ken Johnson, I think I got everybody, Ken. I'm Bill Morgan for TV7, and we'll see you next time.